I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X, blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry, because I'll bet my mom can't cook.
Hello and welcome to Mom Can't Cook, a decom podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Westaway.
And I am the other host, Andy Farron. Hey, Luke.
Hi.
Slight problem. Hi. Yeah.
Yes.
So you know it's been snowing recently.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it'd be fun if I went out back and built a snowman.
Okay.
So I was sort of out there on my lunch break, just doing that, sort of rolling up balls and like putting them on top of each other. Right. Carrot for nose and coal for eyes and stuff. Anyway, you know that old magic scarf we have. I told you not to touch that or wrap it around anything that you didn't want to come to life and have sex with. I know that you said that, but it's part of the traditional snowman look, isn't it? I put a top hat on him. I put a corncob pipe in his face, and then I was like, you know what would top this? You know what would top this off? Is a scarf, and the only one we had was the one in the hallway. So I wrapped that around him, and wouldn't you know it, he came to life. But being as he's just sort of three balls stacked on top of each other, he's a sort of horrifying flesh golem out there, and of course he was extremely sexual.
Right, okay, so that's him. I can hear sort of banging on the door with
he's with barely contained lust. Yeah, so I've sort of barricaded myself in here now.
Okay,
and of course now, I mean, you're trapped in here with me now as well. That snowman is he's not going away.
Okay, all right. Well,
maybe if we lie low for a few hours, he'll go away.
I think I've got a hairdryer down here. We'll sort of. Yeah,
maybe he'll melt in the hallway.
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to do for a couple of hours?
Well, I suggest we channel our fear into a recap of Netflix's new Christmas film, Hot Frosty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll pass the time until he breaks down the door and wins us over with his piercing black eyes, I guess, because they were coal.
Coal black eyes.
Yeah, let's go with his piercing coal black eyes.
Like a shark's.
We'll be powerless to resist, Luke. I'm telling you now, we'll be powerless to resist.
Okay, all right. Well, until we're seduced by our own snowman, let's hear the story of a snowman that I suppose is sort of nominally sexy. Let's hear the trailer.
Sure.
Let's hear the trailer.
It feels amazing.
Excuse me, can I help you? This is Jack.
I was a snowman.
That's not good. The coveralls and the boots, did you steal them?
Yes. Man went streaking in front of poor Ethel Jennings. Hi there.
I thought you could use some clothes, but you're gonna have to try them on. Oh, whoa, no, not right now.
Got it.
Maybe he's got something to hide.
We could just turn the temperature down. In my house, we like it hot.
What are you doing?
You really gonna interrupt my finest interrogation work like that? I've never been on a date before. Please, I need your help with Kathy. It's been a minute for me, too.
What in the name of God?
Just gonna lean in a bit, okay? I want to make the most of the time that I have with you.
A man that sweet's just gotta be magic. For a snowman. You're one heck of a romantic.
I know who I am.
That's so funny. That looks just like a girl I went to high school with.
Okay, Andy, anything you want to say up top about Hot Frosty, the story of a snowman who comes to life and
romances Lacey Chabert?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the most obvious point of comparison for this film is the film we did last Christmas on the podcast, a very sexual nutcracker. What was it called?
A Very Nutty Christmas.
A Very Nutty Christmas, yeah. I thought this film was better than A Very Nutty Christmas.
I think you're out of your damn mind. I preferred A Very Nutty Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. I thought this film was objectionably chaste. I was so...
Okay, you thought you wanted to see them her doing it with the...
Yes, Andy. In Hot Frosty, the premise of which is what if a hot, sexy snowman came to life and romanced you at Christmas? Yeah, I would quite like it if it ever got a little bit more steamy than, like, they share a little kiss and then he starts sweating profusely. Yeah, I would like it, actually, if it could just be, like, slightly more steamy than that. All right.
Well, it can't be steamy because he'd melt.
Okay, right. Well, this is a problem. So there are a number of problems with this film. Number one, there is unfortunately no plot. That wouldn't be a problem if there were an awful lot of snowman sex scenes, but there aren't.
Upsetting sex scenes.
But there aren't.
No.
I just watched the other night Red, White and Royal Blue. Have you heard of this movie?
No.
Okay, it's a movie that kind of has this sort of Hallmark Christmas TV movie energy, but it's about the president's son.
Oh God.
Having
the first kid.
The first kid, except he's a man.
Boy.
The first boy.
The first man.
Botus, the boy of the United States. Having a gay romance with the Prince of England. So,
okay.
Yeah, so like a sort of typically hat stand Hallmark kind of Christmas princey sort of concept, but it managed to be pretty steamy and enjoyable. So I feel like Hot Frosty in comparison is just so unbelievably chaste. It's like, what are we doing here?
Well,
Come on.
I think there's a good reason for it, and we'll get into it as we go on. I think there is a very good reason why they don't show any snowman sex in this movie.
Apart from the obvious.
We'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah,
we'll get to it.
So that's one
also
problem
at the end of this recap, I would like to return to whether we think Hot Frosty is a good name for this movie.
Oh yeah, I would like to. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, as opposed to Jacked Frost.
Or snowballs, or
snowplowed,
or any of the many other fine titles.
How about this? Jacked Frosty, hung from the fireplace.
Brackets, snowballs.
Okay, so that one problem I think is that I find this movie frustratingly chaste. It's rated PG for pretty girthy, brackets the snowman is, and.
Okay.
The other problem...
Pretty jacked with a G.
Yeah, the other problem, which I know that you also identified, is that the sexual snowman, unfortunately, has the mind of a child in this one, which makes any romance feel inherently problematic and odd and very, very strange. It's like... How can I put this if you haven't seen the film? It's like the movie Elf, if everyone was trying to bang Elf.
Yeah, if everyone was like constantly looking at his like dick basket and being like, Elf. Love to get some of that Elf D.
Yeah, I'd like to.
You know, like to climb him like a Christmas tree.
Like to get this elf off a shelf.
It reminded me of nothing so much as the 2023 Yorgos Lanthimos film Poor Things, in which Emma Stone has the mind of a child and yet spends the entire thing having sex with Mark Ruffalo in extremely graphic sex scenes. Yeah, it reminded me quite a lot of that, and I came out of that film thinking it was quite distasteful.
Okay, well, yes, I similarly found Hot Frosty to be quite, I wouldn't say distasteful, because again, nothing happens. It's like
on screen.
It's fine to have a character with the mind of a child if all they do is like drink hot chocolate and spin around.
Yeah.
But you know,
and everyone is like stroking their abs and stuff.
Yeah, what I would love is for Hot Frosty to not have the mind of a child and to sort of be a romantic figure in some kind of even barely sexually magnetic way. What are we doing?
That's why the sexual nutcracker was good, because he was an adult who had like a career in the military.
Yeah.
And sort of his own life experiences and stuff, whereas Hot Frosty is, he's a child with an 8-pack.
He was from the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
So, you know, many of his points of reference were bizarre, and he had an odd worldview, but it was the worldview of a grown adult from the ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who understood what things were.
Yeah.
And was able to consent to kissing Melissa Joan Hart.
Okay. So anyway, I think this whole film is basically sort of cowardice. It's like, what are we doing here if they're not going to actually sort of do it? I don't know. Okay, the only other note I have is Nutcracker Snowman. We're inching closer to a TV movie where they Santa.
That has to exist already, surely.
I mean, I'm sure it exists, but
Surely.
probably not one that we're going to do on the podcast.
Well,
Okay.
You never know. We're going to run out of decoms eventually.
let's get into the recap. Okay. We open on a snowman's hat blowing through a snowy city street.
Uh-huh.
A narrator tells us that since the dawn of time, Christmas fairy tales have often included the wonder of a snowman coming to life. No, they haven't. I've written down.
Yeah, I can think of Frosty and Frozen.
And the snowman.
Any others?
The
snowman. There you go, that's 3.
Yeah, but I don't think any of those would count as since the dawn of time.
No, since 1983.
Since 1983, Christmas fairy tales have often included the wonder of a snowman coming to life. As if that's a special treat.
Since 1983, 3 films have been made about a snowman come to life.
And now, 4.
And now here's another one. The top hat lands on the snowman and gets blown off and then is crushed by a car. And the narration says, those fairy tales have never been told like this. And then we're like, oh, here we go. We're about to cut into some sort of rockin' Christmas scene.
Yeah.
But what
we're
we
about
actually
to cut
see...
to full snowman sex. But
yeah, what we actually see is Lacey Chabert's depressing house.
Yeah, they've never been told this depressingly and chastely. This is somehow more chaste than the snowman.
So it's juxtaposed. There's a Christmas house decorated for the holidays, but then an alarm starts going off and the camera whips to the house next door, which isn't decorated. And its occupant is smashing the alarm clock. The radio springs to life and says, it's another beautiful morning here in Hope Springs. Grab the kiddos and head down to the annual snow sculpture competition.
Yes, it's starting now.
Important foreshadowing.
But there's nothing holly or jolly about the life of this woman. Her name is Kathy and she's played by Andy.
Lacey Chabert, the actor who you may know from Mean Girls.
From Mean Girls, and also
Gretchen Wieners.
Yeah, she's in many other similar Christmas movies. Her house is cold and joyless. The heating's out. There's a hole in her staircase. Call repairman, says a post-it. The ceiling is leaking.
This is a woman whose life is spiralling out of control, her house seems to say.
Yeah, takeaway boxes litter the kitchen. The language of cinema tells us this woman badly needs a sexual snowman to plough her driveway.
If you know what I mean. She puts on a coat and throws the blanket down next to a black and white photo of her and a man who looks like an evil magician. Possibly his name is Mentok the Mind Taker.
Yeah, he does look like Mentok the Mind Taker. So it's a black and white photo. The man is clearly not a sexual snowman come to life, so I really don't care, and I don't know why this film's wasting my time.
It's a dead husband, the film seems to say, but
yeah,
I feel like...
was banished to the 9th dimension.
Mentok slipped between the cracks in the multiverse and is now journeying, planeswalking through existence, unfortunately. So he is gone. I don't think that when your spouse dies, you have to go and have all your photos of the two of you together reprinted in black and white.
No, you do. And you have to use a Sharpie to draw a veil onto yourself.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't realise.
So this movie is... flirting with that classic Hallmark Christmas misogyny early doors, because, as you've probably guessed, this woman is too busy chasing a career to keep her house in good order and eat well and celebrate Christmas and make love to a snowman like a good American. Instead, she's busy chasing the dollar at Kathy's Cafe. A cafe that she runs. Kathy's Cafe is spelt with K's, like it's a Mortal Kombat game mode.
Kathy's Cafe. It's like the museum mode where you can look at concept art and stuff. Yeah, so inside her cafe, it is decorated with early sketches of Johnny Cage and Scorpion and Liu Kang. We see Hope Springs. It's a kind of whimsical Christmas town. The camera pans across the sign for the annual Hope Springs snow sculpture competition. A Hope Springs community tradition, it says. Kathy gets out of her small bad car, but she still has a smile and a good morning for a stranger. This is a woman suffering hardships, but who never lets it affect the way she treats other people, the film seems to say.
Yes. She goes into the cafe. The cook is a man called Isaac. He's making breakfast in back. Like all supporting characters in these sorts of films, he has absolutely nothing going on in his own life, and as soon as Kathy walks in, his only concern is to check if she's okay and help her any way he can.
Half the kitchen's food prep counter is taken up by an awkwardly placed sign that says, "This kitchen is seasoned with love." So there's no room to actually make food. But but fine.
The sign stays, Isaac.
Work around it. We see her in the diner greeting folks. It seems popular. She knows everyone and is beloved. A woman comes in with her daughter who asks after chocolate chip pancakes. They're usually for Sunday brunch, but I'll make them for you if your mom says it's okay, says Kathy. So she's nice and she's beloved.
Yeah, we see the cafe. It's soon bustling and busy. It's very successful. A plate of bone-dry waffles is placed in front of a happy punter. The waffles are so ostentatiously dry that I honestly thought, and this is going back to my early notes where I still had faith that this was going to turn into a sort of raunchy snowman bang fest.
Raunchy sex comedy.
I honestly thought that maybe this shot was setting it up for later, the sexual snowman to like splurge maple syrup all over some pancakes and be like...
all over his abs and drip them down onto the waffles.
Rub waffles all over himself or something. That's how ostentatiously dry and unappetizing these waffles are, but none of what I said is going to come to pass. They're just bad waffles.
We see some of the snow sculpture competition happening. There's cartoon faces, your traditional 3-ball snowmen.
Yeah.
Crucially, none of them look as if they're made of actual snow.
No, I'm dismayed to say that almost everyone in town is cheating at the snow sculpture competition. They've all
turning up with fiberglass statues.
Yeah, they've just got like big polystyrene sculptures. They practically like squeak as they sort of move in the breeze. They couldn't look... They look so bad.
They couldn't look faker. They couldn't look faker. Yeah, it's distressing that everyone has taken this beloved community tradition and perverted it in this way.
I know. I can only assume that the judge has some kind of visual impairment that everyone's taking advantage of or something.
Did you notice that all the branding for Kathy's Cafe seems to be like motorsport themed for some reason?
I did.
It's like there's a checkered flag and like chrome bumpers and stuff all over it, but it's a normal diner run by a woman who seems to have no interest in motorsport.
But yeah. So, well, maybe in an early draft, she was going to sort of take Hot Frosty down to the drag strip or something.
She was going to have sex with a car that turned into a man instead.
I mean, whatever. It could have
been called Hot Rod.
Yeah, you could make any change to this film and I would approve it.
Yeah, fine.
So Kathy moves amongst the people. Everyone pauses their lives to say hi and that they love her and offer to help her. She goes across to a shop that is called Reclaimed Rags by Mel and Theo, which is maybe the worst name for a shop ever. Reclaimed Rags.
It's a vintage clothing store. The people inside, Mel and Theo, she's bought them some food, so nice is she. Mm-hmm. I figured you might be so busy with the snow sculpture competition you wouldn't have time for lunch, she says of these people who aren't at the snow sculpture competition and are just hanging out in their vintage clothing store that they work in.
She tells Theo that his sandwich has a, quote, disgusting amount of mayo. Theo says the word turkey like a doom metal vocalist and wanders off.
The purpose of this visit is really for Mel to ask, how are you doing? So we can get a Kathy backstory drop and presumably find out how she escaped the clutches of Mentok the Mindtaker.
Yeah, she was able to kill him by tricking him into claiming that the powers of a genie were greater than his own. And thus was he trapped in a lamp.
She held up a mirror and his hypnotizing eye beams were reflected back into his own eyes.
He was turned to stone. Okay, Mel and Kathy are talking. Mel repays the kindness that Kathy has shown, bringing them sandwiches by giving her a bollocking for being single.
Yeah.
Then she tells the world's worst story about how one day she went out wearing a red scarf and she went to the pub and she met someone.
Yeah.
And she loved them. Good story.
Well, she says that her mum gave her the advice, you'll never find the warmth unless you venture out into the cold.
Thanks, Mum.
Out into the cold implies you're already warm.
Yes.
Yes. But then she says, yes, but one Christmas I did just that. I went to the local pub and met a man. So her mum's advice was go outside.
Her mum's advice, I think, was like, can you get the out of my house?
Just go and meet a man and leave my house.
Yeah.
You're 36 years old.
So the red scarf is sort of immaterial to this story, but it is going to achieve massive significance. Let's hear what happens.
The second I saw it, I knew it had come to me for a reason. And then you walked in.
It's very sweet, but I really don't need it.
She's not going to let you leave without it. Believe me.
Good things come to you when you're out in the cold, Kathy.
So the second that she saw this scarf, she knew it had come to her for a reason, to animate a sexual snowman. Also, this scarf is purple, but fine, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. So Kathy leaves and Theo winks at Mel and says, well done you, fully aware that his wife has set in motion a sexual snowman adventure. It's dark now. Kathy goes to...
This conversation took hours. She took them lunch. It's dark now.
Oh my God, you're right. So Kathy goes to consider the snow sculptures. There are 3 snowmen in a row. There isn't much to choose between them.
Can I just say, sorry, the snow sculpture area is a sort of long traffic island between 2 main roads.
Yes, like if you want to partake in this competition, you're going to have to like run across traffic to the middle of a roundabout.
Traffic to the traffic island where a bunch of fiberglass sculptures are.
So these 3 snowmen, they're pretty similar, except that the middle one is a nude sculpture of a shredded human man in like a sort of classical Michelangelo's David style.
Yeah.
His powerful buttocks thrust out of a mound of snow that's chiseled to look like rocks. I kind of thought this was a competition that children were doing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's for the local kids, yeah. Well, one local kid is extremely
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo Jones, he's really into it.
Yeah.
This sexual hunk snowman is the only one that has no scarf. It also has no legs.
Yep.
Fine. Sure, that's not going to be a problem.
Well, that's because its powerful buttocks are thrusting out of a mound of snow that's chiseled to look like rocks.
Kathy looks at this hunk snowman and she says, clearly you've been doing your push-ups. And then she says, you know what? Wraps the scarf around him and says, you keep it, staring directly at his snowman dick.
Yeah, the long bit of the scarf hangs down over its manhood. And at this point, I was like, good. They've got to the sexual snowman early. We're like 8 minutes in or something. And we're already doing some sort of Austin Powers hide his junk.
Yeah.
I'm like, good. This movie is going to be...
It's going to be a raunchy sex comedy
a raunchy snowman sex comedy. But it's not going to be that.
No. Yeah. I would also like to point out that this sexual snowman is directly opposite Mel and Theo's. If I gave someone a gift... And they went, oh, thanks for the scarf. And then I watched them through my shop window walk across to the traffic island, put it on a snowman, and then just off.
I'll be like,
oh, great. Thanks a lot.
That snowman had better be about to come to life.
Yeah, and rail you for the rest of this movie. But if I'm like, oh, hey, Luke, I got you this this cool jacket for Christmas.
Oh, it's
and
great.
You're like, oh, yeah. You can wear that now if you want, because it's cold and stuff.
No, I'll put it on now. Anyway, I'll see you later. Oh, what's this?
Cool.
A lamppost.
I'll just drape it around the lamppost and wander off.
This lamppost looked cold. Of course, then this lamppost comes to life and it's loved me.
Yeah.
So you keep it, she says to the snowman of the scarf. She takes a photo, and when she takes the photo, there is a magical sound and a little twinkle in the snowman's eye.
Yeah.
We cut to much later that night. There is a swirl of snow, and we see the silhouette of the snowman start to move.
Yes.
He creaks, and he suddenly comes to life.
We see his shadow. It is a man's. He is nude. He looks weird, like all blue and
Yeah, because he's sort of an Iceman.
Yeah.
I was wondering, are they going to commit to this sort of blue Mr. Freeze kind of visual style the whole way through? But they don't. You probably, if you watch Schitt's Creek, which many, many people did, you'll recognise the sexual snowman. It's Dustin Milligan, who is Ted in that show. Pretty major role.
Yep.
The scarf is still swinging over his front parts, down almost to the ground.
It appears to be glued to his penis.
Yes. Well, I imagine that his penis would have frozen to the scarf.
I see.
Like when you lick a lamppost. As I did after I placed my jacket.
So his penis was noticeably moister than the rest of him, and that froze the scarf.
That makes sense. You've got to agree that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's like, he sees an advert. The advert is an advert that shows people wearing winter clothes.
Yeah.
He then mimics it by pushing the scarf over his shoulder, freeing his manhood.
Exposing his penis,
his snow penis and snow testicles. No one in the advert that he was looking at is wearing a scarf like this, and they're not naked. So I don't know exactly how he's kind of mimicking it, but he sort of looks at it and goes, I see, and then frees his penis and balls.
Well, this is probably the time to get into it. Like, the snowman that he was created from had no body below the sort of belt line, essentially.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
So whatever magic this is,
Yeah.
had to create his lower body
Yes.
from whole cloth. Does it know
Yeah.
what a man's supposed to look like down there? Is it like an AI situation where it's inferring what it should look like?
Oh, right. So you think like
from
maybe
the rest of the body?
You think maybe his penis has too many fingers?
It's like, yeah, it's like, or it's all weird and swirly or something. Like,
It could be. I think we have to infer that the magic sort of comes from Kathy, because it's when she looks at it and takes a photo.
Okay.
So I think she's taking a sort of attractive photo of the snowman.
Right.
And so that's the point at which the magic is like, now to make this woman's perfect man.
Okay.
I mean, we never find out. He could genuinely be sort of icy Ken Smooth down there, and the events
be a
of
carrot.
It could be a carrot. It's probably
And 2
a
lumps
carrot.
of coal.
It could be a carrot and 2 lumps of coal. The events of the
That's
movie.
the most likely.
If his genitals were a carrot and 2 lumps of coal, it wouldn't affect what happens in this film at all, which tells you everything you need to know about how cowardly the movie Hot Frosty turns out to ultimately be.
Well, the next thing that happens is an elderly couple are walking their dog. The snowman says hi to them nudely, and the man of the couple is so shocked by what he sees in the groin area of the snowman that he falls backwards into a snowbank.
He does.
So maybe he's like, holy shit, that's a carrot and 2 lumps of coal instead of a penis.
I don't know, though, because his wife, the elderly lady who's his wife, is like, ooh, she's really into it. She's sort of...
Maybe she likes carrots.
Maybe, yeah. And coal.
Maybe she's a rabbit who got turned into a woman.
Yeah, when someone put their scarf on her. When her husband put her scarf on.
Yeah, every other person in this town is an inanimate object that had a scarf put on it.
So he sort of starts touching his body, starting with his nipples. But then when this couple spot him, he runs.
Yeah.
The snowman runs away, and he comes to the reclaimed rag store. He falls through the window, smashing it, and steals a denim cut-off set of overalls that have a name badge on them that says Jack, and some boots. And later, we see Kathy, well, I suppose the next day, we see Kathy parking up outside her cafe, where she spots Hot Frosty, who I guess we'll call Jack from this point on.
Yeah.
She spots Jack speaking with the snowmen. I'm not cold, he says in reply to her questioning. He says, I feel good.
Yeah, he's talking to the other snowmen about how he came to life, and he's like, it's amazing, and if it could happen to me, it could happen to you. And then he tells Kathy, I was made of snow, and now I'm not. Can you believe it? And she says, no, I don't believe it.
That's
believe an unbelievable thing you've said.
At this point, while they're chatting, did you spot that the subtitles at one point read, Snowman grunts contentedly?
I did, yeah. Although in my notes,
that.
it seems to have auto-corrected to snowman fruits contentedly, which I wasn't sure what that meant. So I'm glad that you've said that. Kathy says, I have a diner. Why don't you come inside? I'll get you some food.
Yeah.
And the snowman's like, wow, I've never had food. That sounds great.
Oh, yeah,
She leads him in.
Oh, boy, what is a food?
What is food?
Yeah,
Why are you kissing me? What is kissing?
The snowman has a personality of... he just... there's no simpler way to say it than he just has like the mind of an infant. He's sort of completely new to the world.
Well, I mean, he's literally he's newborn. He was like a snowman, a non-sentient snowman 6 hours ago, and now he's a person.
If he's not like a newborn baby. He's not like I can't talk and I'm pooping out meconium or whatever. It's like,
well, he should.
He should. That would be better.
He's just rolling around. Can't walk or stand up.
He can't open his eyes yet.
No, Lacey Chabert is like, oh yeah, time to get me some of this sexual snowman action. He's like,
so yeah, she inside the cafe, she leaves Jack at the bar and she goes to talk to Isaac. She tells Isaac that she couldn't just leave him out there. Isaac offers to call the police on this man who was outside and is now inside a cafe, having committed absolutely no crime or done anything weird.
Yeah.
And Kathy really, really doesn't like the sound of that. She says that the local sheriff, one Sheriff Hunter, arrested someone at the movies for opening candy too loudly.
Yeah, so we're getting a picture of the sheriff as being a sort of overreacting, overreaching sheriff. We cut to him.
Yeah.
He's played by the guy who plays Doug Judy, the Pontiac Bandit on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yep, Craig Robinson.
And his deputy is Deputy Schatz, who is also from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's Charles Boyle.
Joe Latrulio.
Possibly a decom reference.
We have to assume, yes.
They're investigating the smash and grab at Mel and Theo's vintage clothing store.
Yes.
Sheriff Hunter is like, I failed in my vow to protect and serve this town. I'm going to establish a task force. And Mel and Theo are like, no, we think it's good that our shop was broken into. We're glad all the stuff was stolen and we hated that glass anyway.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Yeah.
Oh, he should keep the galoshes, says Theo to the fleeing Deputy Schatz.
I think this is a decent enough time. I know they've only just been introduced, but like, how do you feel about the characters of the cops generally?
Well, I mean, this film needed some sort of
thing
of peril,
needed something,
conflict. It needed something, yeah. But so they've got this like overreaching sheriff character and his deputy who's nice actually and just tries to rein him in all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it works particularly well. I think they're charismatic actors and they're funny.
Yeah.
And so whenever they turn up, I'm like, oh, I can enjoy a little bit of sheriff antics now.
Yeah.
But I don't think they do much for the plot or the movie at all.
I feel exactly the same way. I think that whenever they're on screen, they're sort of doing some comedy bits and improv. Obviously, both of them very like experienced and funny actors. And their scenes are pretty good. I chuckled a few times, but like every scene that they're in is a scene that like could be about a snowman who's come to life.
And could be an upsetting sex scene featuring a snowman. Yeah.
They're quite their comedy is not it's not terrible. Like, and so I don't want the listener to come out thinking that I found this film like unfunny, because I didn't find it unfunny. I just thought it was weird that it was funny, and the funniness was like, here's these two sort of comic relief cops, rather than like any humor that derives from the sitcom premise of a snowman who's come to life.
A sexual snowman,
sexual snowman,
yeah. It's like it didn't have confidence in its own premise, so it just sort of threw to the comedy cops.
Yeah.
Every now and again.
Or like maybe there was an early draft of this movie where it was a lot more erotic, but like Netflix got cold feet, which incidentally is what Frosty calls for. Is into.
No.
So, like Netflix got cold feet, and then they were like, well, okay, let's just replace every sort of lovemaking scene with some like safe buddy cop comedy, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, I mean that's as plausible as anything.
Yeah.
The scene that follows this is sort of we don't need to go into details on it, but it's basically Kathy and Jack the snowman kind of establishing a rapport. She dubs him Jack because of the name on the overalls. She asks about what the last thing he remembers was, and he says, "Oh, you were staring at me and putting a scarf on."
I think that's what brought me to life. And then you flashed a light in my face?
Okay. Is this a prank? I get it. Okay, fine. I get it. Yeah, you built a snowman that looks like you, and is that what this is?
I feel strange.
How did you know I took that photo? Were you following me? Is this part of the joke?
I feel hot. Really hot?
No, really cold.
So Jack feels really cold, as in when you put your hands on him, he's ice cold. I mean, what could be sexier?
Yeah.
She resolves to take him across the street to a doctor. So Kathy takes him across. We cut briefly back to the police station, where Sheriff Hunter is playing a song about keeping the peace in Hope Springs on a very cool electric piano.
As a sidebar,
yeah,
I could not place when this film is supposed to be set.
Right, yes.
Because
same.
like a lot of the cars are like 1970s cars.
Yeah.
People are using like clamshell flip phones. There's like really old looking computers, but then like people are buying stuff on the internet and
this electric piano is like from the 70s.
Yeah, and the cops have like big aviator sunglasses. They look like 70s cops.
Yeah.
But then
I don't know.
Like there's a lot of other like modern technology in it. It's all over the place.
I guess it's just like whatever they could lay their hands on, sort of.
Yeah, I
in
suppose,
the
yeah.
30 seconds before cameras started rolling.
A report of another crime has come in to the cops. Streaking, a man running nude at 1 a.m. And the sheriff is like, man, 6 weeks before my re-election as sheriff and we have a crime spree on our hands. I need to catch this perpetrator and I need to do it fast.
Yeah. Sheriff Hunter says that he defines himself as being hard on crime. And I wait patiently for the follow-up line, and now it seems I have a hard on crime. But but it never arrives. Because, again,
No.
Hot Frosty sort of...
is unable to get aroused.
Yeah.
Because his genitals are a mid-journey nightmare.
Okay, so he believes that this crime spree is some kind of conspiracy launched by the mayor, as you said, Andy.
Yeah.
And we cut to the doctors for a scene so wild it puts the bit where a snowman comes to life and runs around with his penis and balls out thoroughly to shame.
Yeah, so at the doctor's office, the doctor walks in. What's the... she says, seeing this sexual hunk
Yeah.
in her examination room.
This sexual hunk snowman, like, obviously the dude is shredded, very attractive actor, but like he's sitting on the doctor's bed, like swinging his legs like a
little boy.
like a little boy does, and he says, "I was a snowman."
He goes, during this examination, he goes and sits at the kids' table and starts drawing with crayons, and they're all like, oh man, he's so hot. Yeah. So Kathy explains like his psychosis to the doctor. Jack is all cheery about it.
Yeah.
The doctor does some tests, and he's very cold. He says he has no memories. I was a snowman, he says. She takes his temperature. She's like, oh, this thermometer must be broken. Because this is a physically impossible temperature. I'll go and get a mechanical one, a mercury thermometer.
Yeah.
That can't go wrong. She tests with that. Both of them say he's below 30 degrees.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, he's ice cold, but appears to be sweating.
Maybe he's melting, jokes Kathy. And then the doctor raises her eyebrows in approval of this diagnosis.
Yeah.
Maybe he's telling the truth, the doctor says. And Kathy says, yeah, right, and I'm the Queen of Aldovia, which is, you'll remember, as the constitutional monarchy from Christmas Prince, etc. So well done, Netflix. Tick.
Yep, shared
Reference.
universe.
Yep.
Good job.
And then the doctor says, and I wrote this down verbatim, she says to Kathy, who's brought this man into her surgery, look, everything about Christmas, Santa, elves, flying reindeer, the scientist in me knows they shouldn't exist, but wouldn't the world be a little bit better if they did?
Yeah, this is the point you start sort of backing away from the doctor.
This is the point at which you check the fine print on the medical license on the wall.
Realise the door is locked.
Because on the one hand, I know what she means, but also the world would be a worse place if doctors believed snowmen came to life, wouldn't it? Because
then she goes on to say, what's the simplest explanation? That he's a drifter with amnesia? Then what became of the snowman? Answer that.
Answer that. And Kathy says...
He probably kicked it down.
He probably kicked it down because he's insane.
Because he's an insane drifter with amnesia.
The doctor's like, shut up, Kathy, and then walks up to Jack and says, hey, hot stuff, how would you like to live with me? I can take care of you as a medical professional, she says, sort of eye-fucking him.
Yeah.
Jack says, Jack says like a sort of little child would, I want to stay with Kathy. He says, I trust her. The doctor snaps at him that this is impossible, sensing her sexual live-in snowman drifting away from her.
Yeah, this woman can barely take care of herself, says the doc. The claws are out.
Yeah.
But Jack trusts Kathy because she put the scarf on him, and that's what's keeping him alive, he's
By
pretty
the way,
sure.
In case you're wondering that, whether this doctor was a sort of villain, the doctor is Kathy's best friend. And
yeah. So, but she was so aroused, is she, by this sexual hunk that she's willing
to throw it all away. She's burning every bridge.
So Jack is like, thank you, I love you. And then he holds up a picture he drew in crayon of a snowman. I've written, he is a toddler, this is wrong.
Yeah, he says, thank you, I love you. This is the first point where I've written, is it going to be a problem that Jack the sexual snowman has the mind of a child?
The answer is yes.
Is the answer. So they go home they go back to Kathy's house because Jack is now going to live with Kathy.
Yes.
Indefinitely. I was waiting for a line that's like, at least until we figure out what's going on, you know, like
who you are and where you've come from.
Yeah, or not a day after Christmas Eve or something.
Yeah.
There's none of that.
Like,
It's
no,
just
you've moved in indefinitely,
in.
fine.
They turn on the TV. It's Netflix, of course, and they're watching Falling for Christmas, starring Lindsay Lohan.
Yes, the Lindsay Lohan amnesia movie.
Kathy says, that looks like a girl I went to high school, confirming that this is canonically Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls.
Who has changed her name to Kathy for some reason.
Yeah. Well, probably because her name was Gretchen Wieners.
Yeah, that's a fair point. A cooking show comes on TV. This is what you do, says Jack the Snowman.
Yeah.
And Kathy gives the tragic backstory about how her and Mentok the Mind Taker opened Kathy's cafe together. And Kathy used to help the chef all the time. She even wrote some recipes, a sweet potato casserole she'd make every Xmas Eve. Will she make that in this film? Probably, you think. but no, she never gets around to it.
Yeah, don't bother filing that away. She never gets around to it because she's too busy... looks around on the floor for a plot of hot Frosty. Oh, wait, sorry, there's nothing here.
There's an extremely extended cooking sequence later where her and Frosty go into the kitchen to make pizza.
Pizzas.
So
okay, so Frosty...
Fine.
So Jack, hot Frosty... he decides then and there that he wants to be a chef like she is. I want to help people like you do, he says childishly. She leaves and he says, I love this house and I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. Kathy tells him you can't go around telling people you love them because it doesn't make it special anymore. You don't just love someone right away. And Jack's face falls. He's like...
She's like, it's fine to love a house or soup.
Yeah.
But a person, that's much more.
Yeah.
She's explaining love to this, like, rippling Adonis in her kitchen.
It's so weird. It's like one of the gladiators came round to your house.
It's just a nude Nitro is stood in your lounge. And
it's
you're like...
If Steel came from Gladiators, came round to your house and said, can I have a banana? And you offered Steel a banana, but you peeled it a bit first. And then he threw a toddler tantrum because he wanted to peel it.
Okay.
And like, that's what this is like. He's sort of crying. He's like, you just told Steel that he can't watch Peppa Pig because it's not downloaded and you're in the car. And he's like...
And probably you wouldn't want to have sex with him after that.
No.
Even though he is outwardly an adult man.
Yeah. That would probably overrule it. The fact that he's having a toddler
behaving
meltdown.
like a toddler thing would probably make that weird.
So Jack says sorry for saying that he loves her so much. Which, again, remember, she doesn't believe he's a snowman come to life. What does she think he's doing?
She thinks he's a drifter with amnesia.
With amnesia, who's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love your house, I love you. And then she's like, well, the sensible thing to do is to leave him alone in my home.
I'll leave him alone in my home with all my things. Yeah.
So Jack apologizes, but before Kathy leaves, he says that it's very hot in here, and they turn off the space heater to stop him melting because he's getting all sort of sweaty. He frequently gets sweaty in this whenever he's like slightly hot because he starts to melt. Again, what could be sexier whenever he gets slightly hot? And it's not like sexy sweating. It's like he's got the flu. He sort of looks pallid and sort of...
Yeah, it's just sort of like running off him, like all clammy and weird.
Clammy is the word. Pale and clammy.
Yeah, he gets all... and he's got long hair, so it gets all like lank.
It's gross.
It's not attractive, no.
So like, he melts... because he starts melting when he gets too hot, but he has literal skin, right?
Yeah,
he's literally got
like
skin.
A circulatory system, presumably.
Well, I guess, but
he's
then
very
cold,
vascular.
So you
can see all his like tummy veins and stuff when he's like running around.
We can be sure that the blood is pumping. The blood is going places, but we don't know like
But not the right places.
Not the right places. But yeah, we don't know what's going on. Like, does he have lungs? He must have lungs.
Yeah, well, he's breathing.
He's breathing.
We see him breathing.
Yeah. But maybe it's just for show. We never see him be like attemptedly suffocated. So
You never see him go to the toilet in this film.
Oh wait, actually, I think we do see him attemptedly suffocated.
Oh, okay.
You're right. No, we never see him go to the toilet. What would that be?
No, a weird omission.
Because he does eat human food. He eats pizza later. So what comes out?
Yeah, but would he? I mean, if he's like
a shard
minus...
of frozen pizza poo.
So...
God, that's awful. Sorry, I wish I hadn't said that. Oh.
But they said he's minus 30 degrees, and this is America, so that's Fahrenheit. So that's like minus 34 degrees Celsius. So any liquid in his body would be frozen solid.
Oh my God.
He couldn't expel liquid urine.
Wait, he's like 30 below zero.
That's what the doctor said. He's minus 30 on both the thermometers.
Oh my, what? Oh my, okay, right. So you couldn't touch. You would stick to him if you touched him, right? You're like,
yeah, you would be like the T-1000. Your fingers would break off.
Yeah, it would be like on like those sort of Antarctic expeditions where, like, if you touch the mast of the ship, you lose your fingerprints.
Yeah, if Kathy like leant in for a kiss, her lips would come off.
Yeah,
when she pulled away.
Lips would come cleanly away. It's like, again, they're like, oh, I know what would be pretty ribald. What if a snowman came to life? And then under the merest examination, it turns into like the least sexy concept you can imagine. Because for some reason...
Presumably if he went to the bathroom, he would just extrude a long piss icicle. They would then just shatter on the floor.
Fire it at great volume into the toilet bowl.
Like Sub-Zero.
Yeah, definitely. Probably his feces would explode upon hitting room temperature water.
A column of boiling steam. Look, we all knew this podcast would become this sooner or later. If we're doing Hot Frosty.
We knew this would be a deep dive on the biological functions of the sexual snowman. But don't worry, I'm actually not worried about the pace that we're setting because there's like nothing is going to happen. So
yeah, so it carries on. There's a brief scene of the cops at the diner, like looking for clues about the perpetrator of the window breaking and the nude running. Yeah, we get a montage of Jack at home watching TV. He's eating ice cubes. He's making pizza. He's watching F.W. Murnau's 1922 silent German expressionist vampire film Nosferatu: A Symphony of Horror.
So we see him find his way to the basement of the house where there are loads of boxed up Christmas decorations and an unused tool bench. He finds an old box of sentimental things. They are atrociously photoshopped images of Kathy and Mentok, the mind killer.
The mind taker.
The mind taker, sorry. Sentimental piano is playing as Hot Frosty reads through a manila folder. Inside, there's a piece of paper in a font that's like Comic Sans but isn't, and it's like in a sort of fun Christmas font. It says "Surgery to be scheduled. Chemotherapy will start immediately." So
you want to break the news with a fun font, so it's less bad.
The jazzy font.
Yeah.
So Mentok clearly died of cancer. Kathy comes home and gets jump scared by Hot Frosty advancing on her with a rolling pin. She says that she bought him some clothes to wear. He cheerfully unzips down to the groin.
Kin's getting nude, yeah.
Yeah. We don't see anything. Sorry. Let me try
were you expecting?
Let me try and say that again and sound less bitter. We don't see anything. So
I think it would be odd at this point if he just got his dick out in this.
No, I agree.
Family Netflix comedy.
I agree. And let me be absolutely clear. While I am disappointed with how chaste Hot Frosty the movie turns out to be, I'm not advocating for him to for full frontal nudity or anything.
For him to hang dong for half of this movie.
Maybe like a sort of passionate embrace. I would settle for that. There isn't going to be one. So she asks Hot Frosty if he was streaking in the streets last night. He says yes with a big grin.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
Yes, I did it. Yes. I love you. I was naked in the street.
Yeah. Did you steal your clothes? Yes.
Yes.
I definitely did steal those as well.
I did. I stole it. I do. So she says that the sheriff is looking for him, and we've got to keep you off of his radar. So you've got to lay low. And then he goes, "Oh, now," and gets on the floor to literally lay low because
he has the mind of a toddler.
Toddler. Later, though, they go
come
into
to the kitchen. He says, he's been making pizza. He got the recipe off of TV. So if he sees anything on TV, he can instantly do it perfectly for some reason. He also made eggnog from a whole show about Christmas treats. And then she says it's weird that someone's making her dinner. She can't remember the last time she cooked for herself. And then
we must hear this.
I can't actually remember the last time I cooked for myself.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so earlier today, I was checking the house for vampires.
Okay.
And I went downstairs. What's cancer?
Okay, so...
Well, damn.
Damn, Frosty.
I died. That is so funny. Like,
how it's like they're pranking me and the audience. It's like, how can we make this film sarcastically unsexy? How about this? He's got the mind of a child. How about this? He's always clammy with flu sweat. How about this? He's like, every time someone touches him, he feels uncomfortably cold. How about this? He has the mind of a child and you have to explain what cancer is to him.
Well, it was just like, after he did some extremely hunky cooking, she's like, wow, this is pretty sexy. And he's like, yeah, and get this. What's cancer?
What's cancer?
Where's Katie?
What's cancer?
Yeah.
Well, Pinocchio.
She explains it's a not nice thing that happens to some people. And
she
he's
doesn't
like,
say some people. She says, it's not a nice thing that happens to people. So what's that mean? Is that clear?
And Jack is like, and that's what happened to Mentok. And she says, yeah, it just happened so fast, which I'm grateful for, but because he didn't have to suffer. But man, you just think there's more time, she says. And I'm like, man, this film is hot and sexy. I'm getting real unbothered.
Let's open a window in here.
Let me just tug on my collar, let some of this steam out.
Yeah, wow. Okay, so, also, I was wrong before, Andy, I'm sorry. What she says verbatim is, it's not a nice thing that happens to some people. So explaining cancer, no further questions.
Yeah. Hot Frosty can't eat hot pizza because it will melt his mouth off his face. But he made a practice pizza earlier and put it in the fridge.
But he can eat pizza. He has a stomach.
He has a digestive system. Yeah.
He can't eat hot pizza because it will melt his head. But he can eat pizza. Even
like dropping a hot ball bearing through like a snowbank. It'll just like go directly through his head.
All his
Top
organs
half
would
of his head will slide off.
His organs would drop out through the bottom of him.
They both reach for the pizza cutter at the same time and their hands touch. Kathy's hand freezes and shatters on the counter because he's negative 30 degrees.
When she goes to take the pizza out the oven has a post-it on it that says hot with 3 exclamation marks.
Yeah.
What's with this? Are we to believe that Hot Frosty has put post-its on things that are hot?
Hot Frosty can he can write.
Right, he can
English.
write. Okay,
yeah.
Fine. So they go back to the sofa, having had this sort of blush-worthy reaching for the pizza wheel moment where her hand is immediately frozen. They watch more TV. Hawaii is on TV, and he explains that he dreams of Hawaii. Then he goes to hug her. She freezes, not like that. She's sort of more like freezes with kind of anxiety, and she hates it. She says, "I'm not much of a hugger."
Yeah, right before this, he says he thinks they should go on vacation to Hawaii together. She says she thinks it's a bad idea because they don't know each other and he's a snowman. But yeah, she doesn't like this hug and she goes to bed. What should I do tomorrow, says Frosty. She says just stay in the house and lay low. So he turns on the TV and there's a program playing that's about how to repair Kathy's roof. Specifically, which is convenient.
Yeah. So we cut to a scene that, again, I find very frustrating because this movie is so chaste, but it's not so chaste that, like, it's a family film. This next scene is like...
You would feel awkward watching this with your grandparents, probably.
You would feel awkward, but just this bit, just this one next scene, you would feel uncomfortable watching this with your grandparents. So we cut to a woman, sort of middle-aged woman, who's called Jane. She's driving past the house the next day, and she spots Hot Frosty stripped down to the waist, hammering away at the roof as she drives past.
Yeah.
She crashes her car, so immediately aroused is she.
Yeah. Jack the Snowman is, like, preposterously ripped. He has like 0% body fat.
Yeah.
To the point where you're like, is he all right? It's like it looks painful.
Is it painful to be Hot Frosty?
Yeah, it's like, well, no, it just looks like it's, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
He just looks like so shredded. It looks unpleasant.
It looks unsustainable even for a minute, just to exist in that body.
Yeah.
So Hot Frosty sees that the car has crashed and slides down the ladder like they do in Dark Souls, and runs to check if she's okay. She sort of openly pervs on him.
This is a great shot because we see the shot is inside the car.
Yeah.
And Hot Frosty is like leaning in the window. And then she asks him a question and he straightens up and it's just his abs. That's all you can see out of the car window.
Yeah, it's like delete the legs, delete the face. It's like...
Yeah, it's just this like classical Greek statue torso through the window.
So he says in his childlike way, "Want me to get behind you and push?" And she's like,
"Oh yes,
yes, Hot Frosty." So
and then the music starts going.
So he goes behind the car and sort of like crouches over the back of it as if he
starts having sex with it.
As if he's about to mount.
He starts having sex. He starts
having sex with the car. He says, "Are you ready for me?" And then he starts sort of humping the car back and forth and grunting and groaning.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the car, Jane, the woman, starts moaning sexually.
If the girls could see me now, she says.
So this movie is a PG, but I think this scene is too raunchy for PG. If the movie was like this all the way through, I think the movie would be better. It's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But like, if it could be like this all the way through, and he doesn't have the mind of a child, and he doesn't have flu sweat, and like
he doesn't ask you what cancer is,
and he doesn't ask you what cancer is. I feel like if you just take this scene in isolation, this feels kind of like the vibe I was expecting. When you drop this scene into the actual film Hot Frosty, it just feels desperately weird.
Jarringly out of place.
Jarringly sort of pervy. And not very PG. So anyway, she says, "How are you with electricity?" to Hot Frosty, because she has a light, and he asks if he can come by and hang it. And sort of winks at the camera.
He says, if it's on TV, he can learn it. She says, "I know, Kathy, anyone welcome in her home is welcome in mine." So we cut to this sex predator woman's house. 5 older women are watching him install a light. He fits the light and it works, and they all clap.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah. Anything else I can do for you ladies, he says. One says that her son is the principal at the middle school. They just lost their maintenance staff and they could really use a sexual hunk to help with the Christmas dance.
Yeah, they're all sort of like sinking martinis as they just sort of like perv on him.
It's like those old Diet Coke break adverts.
Yes.
It's that exact vibe.
But it's uncomfortable because he's not aware that he is a sexual hunky snowman. He's like,
"No,
I fixed the light. I love you. What's cancer?"
And they're all like, "Take your shirt off."
11:30, Diet Coke break. So Kathy's at the cafe meanwhile.
Put it on the table, Hot Frosty.
Put what on the table? My hot chocolate.
What was the Hindenburg disaster? Well, it was a not nice thing that happened to some people.
So, Kathy's at the diner. She looks out the window to see Jane and all of her drunk friends giving him a lift to the diner. They're sort of honking the horn and like being like, "Look, everyone, we have a sexual man in the car."
And we're all doing him.
Yeah. So at the diner, Jack catches Kathy up on his big day. Then he grabs hold of a waitress who's passing, her name is Nicole, and he tips a glass of ice all down himself.
Yeah, he pours ice cube down his shirts and starts panting and sort of pouring it himself.
Yeah, going like, oh, that's better. Suddenly, the cops spot him, and they head into the diner to ask him some questions. He asked Nicole for more ice, by the way, and as they sit in a booth, Nicole brings more ice in a kind of ice cream sundae glass. And then there is some comic business where Hot Frosty and Sheriff Hunter competitively eat fistfuls of ice.
Yeah, they start competitively crunching down on handfuls of ice across from each other. They're gorging on ice, kind of locking eye contact.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably the most sexually charged scene in the movie, I would say.
Yeah, probably. Is it sexy? Not a bit. But yes, you're right. At least it's got it on paper. So then Kathy takes Hot Frosty away, sensing that he's acting weird and incriminating.
But the sheriff is suspicious because Frosty was sweating through his shirt while being interrogated.
Yes.
He thinks that's because he's guilty, but actually it's because he is a snowman. And he is actually also guilty.
He is actually also guilty, but yeah.
He just doesn't feel guilt about it.
Yeah.
Because he's a child.
So this scene ends with Deputy Schatz taking a big mouthful of ice, even though the glass was empty a second ago.
Yeah.
It's a outrageous continuity error.
Yeah. Sure hope someone got fired over that blunder.
Outside, Kathy admonishes Hot Frosty for failing to keep a low profile. It's snowing in a lot of these scenes, and the note I have here is that the snow looks good. It's not like that kind of crappy soap or like Wizard of Oz asbestos or whatever, but it's really effing with the bit rate. Because, like,
right, okay.
you know, in the way that, like, swirling snow or confetti, like, hurts streamed video. And it's like, come on, Netflix. Maybe don't fill every scene with swirling snow.
With potato flakes, yeah.
Anyway.
So Kathy is like, you've got to lay low. If the sheriff catches you for your crimes, you go to jail and you'd melt in there. He says, I can't lay low because I've got a new maintenance job. She's like, well, you'll need to cancel. And he says, no, I've promised and I am noble. I'm just trying to help people, trying to do what you do.
Yeah, they have a bitter argument.
Why are you so mad? I'm just trying to help people. I'm trying to do what you do.
It's different.
Why?
Why? Because I am not wanted for breaking and entering. Because I don't claim to be made of ice. A dozen reasons.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm going to that school tomorrow.
You know what, fine. You can go melt in a jail cell. What do I care? I've known you a day and a half.
I don't know if you noticed, Andy, in one of these shots, it's snowing in the car.
What? No.
It is, yeah.
I did not notice that.
Okay, so time code, if you're interested in seeing it snow in the car, is 39 minutes 24.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's snowing inside the car. That's amazing. Oh, my God.
So they have this sort of big blow-up because she won't let him go and do his new job at the school, where I guess the headmaster doesn't care if you're a naked dude with no memories as long as you don't charge for your work. At home, Hot Frosty goes upstairs to sulk and throw all of his teddies out of his bed. And Kathy realises as she walks through the house that her home has been repaired and made beautiful and Christmassy in a way that she was unable to do herself.
The water bucket under the leak is gone, so the roof is fixed. The house has been decorated for Christmas. She smiles, her face softens. She goes after Jack, but thinks again and turns out the light. She goes upstairs and sees that the broken step has also been fixed.
Jack, the sexual snowman, has filled in her hole on the stairs. Sorry. So look, I'm trying to make my own fun. This movie is so boring.
On TV, Jack is watching the 2021 Netflix Christmas movie Single All the Way.
Yes, starring Jennifer Coolidge.
Kathy comes in and says, you fixed the roof. Why?
Yeah, but he continues to sulk because he has the mind of a child.
Not how you have the mind of a child and are a sexual snowman. No, but why?
Why did you fix the roof?
Yeah, he's just doing what he saw on TV.
He says, look, Kathy, he says he doesn't know what's happening any more than she does. He could wake up tomorrow morning and be a puddle, he says sexily. He just wants to make the most of the time he has. This is, of course, a perfectly weaponized argument because her husband, the mind taker,
Mentok, the mind taker,
died of cancer really young.
Sure.
There's conditions, though, says Kathy, if you want to go and work at a school. And here I'm thinking, of course, yes, they'll probably want, for example, a social security number or the barest minimum checks.
Some kind of background check to see that you're not an insane drifter. Yeah.
But there's none of that. She just says, don't tell anyone you're a snowman and don't tell anyone you're wanted by the police. I mean, maybe don't let him go work at the school, bearing in mind he thinks he's a snowman and is wanted by the police. But fine. So he's excited. He tries to hug her, but she's still not into hugging, so he hugs himself. Yeah.
Luke, I don't know if you've been into the centre of town recently. There's a nude snowman. He came to life and he's sort of walking around. He's got a scarf but no other clothes. And as you know, the dog emporium for clothes closed down.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I'm going to find him something to wear.
I know, but we should get some clothing on this snowman. Did you ask the snowman what his interests were? What's he into?
Well, I mean, he said his interests were mostly snow, carrots, low temperatures. Oh, he did mention he likes video games.
Oh!
He knew what those are.
Well, then we've got to get this snowman to insertcoinclothing.com because there he can get all sorts of incredible, licensed, beautiful designs based on the video games that he loves the most.
I'm not sure that's the case, Luke, because he said that he likes Persona 5 Royal, Stray, Astrobots, World of Warcraft, Life is Strange. Surely they don't have clothing covering these games.
Have clothing covering all those games and so many more. Folks, you've got to go check it out. insertcoinclothing.com. I've got a bunch of Insert Coin stuff myself. I recently took to wearing one of their big Ace Attorney hoodies. It's a big, beautiful blue hoodie with objection written across it, which is quite confrontational if you don't like Ace Attorney. But if you don't like Ace
quite
Attorney...
objectionable, you would say.
Yeah, if you don't like Ace Attorney, I wish to confront you.
Well...
So, it's good.
Insert Coin have given us a code for our listeners to get 10% off their online orders. Simply go to insertcoinclothing.com and use the code ICWieners. That's ICWIENERS for 10% off online orders. Codes are not applicable on charity items, bundles, gift cards, postage, and some products at launch. Codes cannot be combined with other deals or promotions and are valid till the end of June 2025. That is such a good code. It works on so many levels, right? Because
what are we gonna?
It's a Simpsons reference.
Yes,
for a start.
love it.
IC is it like insert coin. Wieners is she's called Gretchen Wieners in Mean Girls, and the whole thing, the snowman has an icy wiener.
Oh my god!
So it works on 4 separate levels. So if that isn't enough to get you to go to insertcoinclothing.com, I don't know what is.
I'm worried about the day that Insert Coin realise that the codes they come up with are funnier than the ads that we do to accompany them.
Well, we hope that day never comes, Luke. Yeah. Insertcoinclothing.com, icy wieners. Luke, I want to Google sexual snowmen.
Yeah.
But I'm worried.
Well, why would you be worried? I'll do it right now. Sexual snowmen.
No, don't. Oh,
sign
Luke,
in with Gmail.
Yeah,
no problem. Why not? Yeah.
No. Luke, attackers have stolen your internet data, and now they know that you Googled sexual snowmen.
And
that's been emailed to your mum.
Oh,
Luke, you fool!
I didn't want this.
You
to
should
happen.
have protected yourself online by using a VPN, such as the one provided by NordVPN, you clown.
NordVPN is the actual best VPN as well.
Yes.
I'm talking about a VPN that gives you safe and private access to the internet by encrypting your connection. A VPN changes your IP address and virtual location to protect your online activity. Why didn't I think of doing that? I'm such a clown. I'm such an internet clown.
If you'd used Nord before you Googled sexual snowman, nobody would have known that you'd done it, Luke. But now your mum is calling me and asking what the matter is and why you're Googling sexual snowmen.
Tell her, fob her off, tell her a lie.
Okay, well, it's a new band that he's into. Hang up. All right, I think that'll hold her for a while.
Oh, no, now she's calling
Luke,
me.
You need to visit NordVPN/MomCan'tCook and use code MomCan'tCook, all one word, for 4 extra months on the 2-year plan to protect your internet connection and privacy online. I don't think that'll excuse or hold her for long.
No, oh no, now my therapist is calling me. My mum must have found her number. It's just a band I'm into.
That's NordVPN.com/MomCan'tCook. Code MomCan'tCook.
I'm speaking now directly to all the parents out there. You think you're so smart fobbing your kids off with garbage underwear. Well, no longer, because I got to tell you, the children are becoming aware that MeUndies, the reputable underwear brand, is launching MeUndies Kids, their super soft kids underwear line with 4-way stretch fabric.
Maybe I'll save a few pennies, you think to yourself. I'll send my kid out wrapped in a garbage bag to school.
You make me sick.
You couldn't be more of a clown. They're going to get laughed at, they're going to be uncomfortable, and they're not going to have the incredible comfort of something like MeUndies Kids.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
Most kids' underwear brands are rubbish, and they're itchy on sensitive skin, and they suck. But MeUndies Kids is better. It puts the fun back into funderwear.
Yeah, it's made from their best-selling ultra-modal fabric that's breathable, stretchy, and oh so comfy, making it ideal for all-day wear. MeUndies Kids are tagless, perfect for sensitive skin.
Yep, and responsibly sourced with sustainably sourced materials, and MeUndies work with partners that care for their workers, so that means that when your kids grow up, they're not going to look you in the eye and be like, why did you put fast fashion bad underwear on me when I was a child? Did you ever truly care for me at all?
Did you ever love me at all?
Ever love me at all?
Maybe you're not the gambling type. Maybe you don't want to roll the dice on a new brand of undies. Well, guess what? If you're not happy with your first pair of undies, it's on MeUndies Kids. There you get them for free. Nice. So check out the brand new MeUndies Kids line today to get 20% off your first order plus free shipping. Go to MeUndies.com/MomCan'tCook and use code MomCan'tCook for 20% off plus free shipping. That's MeUndies, comfort from the outside in. Luke, I can't get into the kitchen much these days because, as you know, there's a sexual snowman living in the house and he spends all day watching cooking shows and then making pizzas and then freezing them so he can eat them with his snowman mouth.
Okay, got
so
it.
I need a food solution that is zero prep, super easy, and gives me balanced, healthy meals that I'll enjoy.
I have got the perfect service for you, Andy. I'm talking about Factor. Let me tell you why it's so good. Factor is a brilliant meal kit service that lets you do you. You can choose from 6 menu preferences, so you can manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or just simply eat a well-balanced diet. And also, these meals are delicious, and when you cook them hot, the snowman in your house is going to die, and you're going to be free of this terrible curse. That is the Factor difference. Delicious food, cheaper than takeout. Put the money you save towards holiday shopping and kill the snowman who lives in your house.
You know, I'm looking at the list of great meals you can get from Factor here, and I feel like any of these, heated up to a delicious piping hot temperature, would kill a snowman if thrown on them. I'm talking about home-style chicken and gravy and loaded mashed potato pork chops. Feel-good vegan options like sweet potato and chickpea curry, and globally inspired flavours like Peruvian shrimp and red pepper collie grits. Not only will they taste good to my palate when I eat them, they will also destroy a snowman if I fling them on his icy body.
Exactly, he'll be dead for sure. That's what Factor promises. So head to factormeals.com/50momcan'tcook and use code 50, that's 50, momcan'tcook to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping.
That's code 50momcan'tcook at factormeals.com/50momcan'tcook to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping while your subscription is active. At the school, he's helping them set up their Christmas pageant. It's mostly him running around covered in decorations. Occasionally, he has to go outside and erotically rub snow all over his hot body.
Yeah. This kicks us into a Christmassy montage. We see Kathy and Hot Frosty getting to know each other. They're making cookies. They go get a tree.
She shoves a whole snowman cookie into her mouth. The symbolism is clear. Jack looks at it for ages after she does this.
Yeah. He's delighted by the Christmas lights. Kathy looks at him in loving wonder. How could this wonderful...
for ages.
How could this wonderful, sexy, flu-sweating man have come into my life? Then we cut to Hot Frosty is just sort of like in the school and he's waving goodbye to every kid.
Yeah, he's being all gregarious.
And at this point, did it take days to decorate the school for like the Christmas ball? Because this is like a montage that covers several days, right? In the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah, and it is not 2 days worth of decoration. It's like some paper garlands have been staple gunned to the wall.
It's more like the school sends out an email a week before being like, hey, we need 2 parents to give an hour after school to sort of
come in and staple gun some paper chains to the wall.
Oh, fine.
Fine, whatever.
So Kathy has a bit of a crisis, though. She's mumbling about what the hell she's doing with this guy living with her.
Yeah.
She mentions in the middle of this sort of introspective ramble that Hot Frosty is nice and he's good looking. And Hot Frosty seizes on this and asks her about it. And he's once more very confused about love. He says, but Kathy, if the whole town loves me like you say, and you're in town, then... And she says, stop.
Yeah.
She says, love is not in my vocabulary right now. Why? Says Hot Frosty childishly.
Her life is a mess right now. She hasn't been taking care of herself since Mentok the Mind Taker died, and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
She's not convinced she can love someone right now because she's not convinced she knows how to love herself without Mentok's mind beams.
Yeah.
And Jack says, hey, Mentok wouldn't want this amazing person
not
have sex with a sexual snowman.
What he actually says is like maybe the sort of worst dialogue in this film.
Okay, fine.
Jack says, Mentok is called Paul, but I'll say Mentok. Mentok, the mind taker, saw the same amazing person that I see, and Mentok wouldn't want this amazing person to think she is anything less than amazing.
That's not great.
That's three amazings. Let's just say that this scene definitely benefits from the poignant music that's playing. Anyway, Kathy is, needless to say, enthralled and in love, and she places a hand on his shoulder. It immediately freezes.
It breaks off at the wrist.
Yeah.
She raises it in front of her astonished face and starts screaming.
A shower of freezing blood coats the inside of the windshield.
Hot Frosty pulls an icicle of blood out of her head and stabs it through her eye.
It's pouring out of her like slushy. Okay. So
they're driving in town. They drive past Mel and Theo's old rag emporium or whatever it's called.
Old rags and rag bag.
The old clothes for idiots.
The old garbage.
Featuring Mel and Theo. They see some glass being delivered. It's here, says Jack. He says he found a site on the computer where you can order things, so he ordered glass. This is such a complex web of concepts.
Yeah.
For a toddler-minded snowman to understand and achieve.
And also that we can get him looking at some new glass, like for a window. It's not important or like is there no neater
It's important
way
to the film that he atones for like the two bad things he's done, one of which is showing his dick to an old woman and one of which is breaking a window.
I don't think he does atone for that first one, does he?
Well, no, later on we find out that she liked it. So
right,
so that's fine.
Well then. But Mel and Theo have also said that they liked it when he smashed their window.
Yeah, but they'd still had a smashed window, so now he's atoned for that as well.
So inside Mel and Theo's dog bags, he confesses to them both. He says, I did it. I was alone and naked. He says that he'll happily install the glass and return the clothes he stole tomorrow. Keep them, says Theo generously. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? Be like, you can't sell these on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not mad, says Hot Frosty. Nobody can be mad at Christmas, says Mel, who looks drunk. Outside, Schatz confronts Kathy with an e-fit of the streaker. It looks a fair bit like Hot Frosty.
It looks like a freaking ghoul or something. It's not.
It doesn't look like sexual hunk Hot Frosty.
There's an actually good joke here. She says that this e-fit is based on Mortimer, the old man's description.
Yeah.
Kathy says, what, Ethel, the old woman, couldn't describe him? And the deputy says, oh, she could, but we needed a description of his face.
Yeah, that's good.
So she described his dick in loving detail to the sketch artist.
He assembled it from a sort of library penises.
So, and then,
on an
then
iPad.
they could have had like a sort of lineup at the police station, but it's all just dudes with their dicks out.
Yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, that could be a sort of like
a fun,
raunchy, romantic,
raunchy scene,
lusty sex comedy. For it could have a sort of 15 rating or whatever. Anyway, and again, it's like when the cops are doing their thing, it's quite funny, but.
Yeah.
You just get the sense every time that they're there that they've just been sort of brought in to compensate for the fact that, again, what's the plot so far? And we are like most of the way through this movie now. And what's the plot? The snowman comes to life and is living with her, and she doesn't want him to be arrested.
He got a job at the school, staple gunning paper chains to the wall.
But that's not the plot. That's just things.
A thing that happens.
That's just a thing that's happening. Like, he's not, you know how he melts? There's no, like, timeline on it. He should melt on Christmas Day or something. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
or maybe like every snowman in the competition is going to be kicked apart by local children on like Christmas Eve, and they'll do it to him as well for some reason.
Yeah, but like, there's no peril at all. There's like no peril that these two like can't be together.
Well, the peril is the cops, and like so we don't need to go into the details, but the cops are like basically just every other scene. It's the cops being a bit more suspicious of Jack.
Yeah, but they're also doing like non-stop comic relief, so it never feels like any sort of real threat. I'm not saying this movie needs to be like scary or anything, but like, you know, Home Alone has a sort of nominal threat.
What if there was a like unseasonably warm front moving in 2 days?
Yeah,
like the town's gonna be 30 degrees.
Yeah. Yep, fine.
And so they need to find Mentok's weather machine that he was going to use to overthrow the world government.
Yeah.
And recalibrate it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or I don't know. Or just have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't want to try and correct Hot Frosty.
We get a scene here where Jack's at school, finishing up the decorations for the dance, and he sees a couple of kids come in, and one of them awkwardly asks the other to the dance, and Jack listens in and smiles and looks thoughtful.
Yeah, even though it's like, why are you still in the school? You're not doing any work. You're just sort of sat here listening to children. At the sheriff's place, there's a sort of crime wall. Sheriff Hunter is trying to put it all together. But then he says, I wish I had a picture of Jack. I don't really know why this is important.
Well, I think he's got like a crazy wall with all like...
Yeah, with all like red thread and stuff. But he doesn't have...
Well, the whole point of this character is that he's more into the sort of like TV cop, so he thinks it's very important to have a crazy wall, and he needs a picture of Jack to put on it.
Yeah, to like put in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Then Hot Frosty strides in, asking the police for advice. He wants to talk to them about like how to ask a girl to a dance.
Yeah, I don't know why he goes to the police for this, but fine.
I don't know. But then Sheriff Hunter takes advantage of the situation and tricks him into taking a photo of him. I'm not sure why. Does this turn out to be anything?
No, it's all runtime, baby.
It's
all going in the movie.
He takes the photo on a flip phone. So
because this film is set in maybe the early 90s or possibly now or possibly the 70s.
It's set in the year 2018-70.
Yeah. So outside the police station, Deputy Sheriff Schatz, Jack asks him about dating, and then they sort of awkwardly flirt with each other for a while.
This scene goes on for ages. It's so long.
Yeah, he says that he's a 10. He compliments his mustache. He says his lapels accentuate his lower chest. And then they practice kissing on each other for a bit.
Yeah.
This scene, they chicken out way too early because the two of them like lean in to kiss each other.
Yeah.
And then they sort of break away about 10 feet away from each other. I was like, oh, they're going to actually kiss and it'll be quite funny.
I think this movie was extensively rewritten. That's I could obviously very easily be wrong, but my feeling is that this movie sort of changed tone and was like rewritten a lot. Which would make sense of the way that you have like these two actors playing the cops, right? Because they are sort of like established, grown-up comedy actors, right?
Yeah.
So like it would make sense to me for them to be in a sort of like raucous, raunchy, feel-good Christmas comedy about a sexy snowman where there is going to be a bit where they just sort of like make out for a while. To try and like...
Yeah, with the sexual snowman.
Yeah, like, that would be fine. That could be fun.
Yeah, but they just sort of... Yeah.
Yeah, but this
scene is basically, it ends with Deputy Schatz teaching Hot Frosty how to dance, and Sheriff Hunter looks out of the window and sees them waltzing in the street and is like, what?
Yeah, it's sort of like, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
So Hot Frosty goes to Kathy and nervously asks her, will you go to the dance with me?
Will you go to the children's dance at the school? With me, an adult.
She's like, I don't know, man. It seems weird.
She's like, it's for kids.
It's for children, though. And then Hot Frosty lays it all on the line. He says, Kathy, let's be real. I've been trying to lie low, like you said, but for once, I just want to stand tall with you, even if it's just for one night. So weird. Yeah. I just want to stand tall. That's not a thing snowmen do. I guess they do. I don't know. It's just odd.
It's so, yeah.
Even if it's just for one night and she relents, it's a date. The music tells us that this is sweet, but that something is going to go wrong.
Yes. She asks him what he thinks about a shopping trip, and then we get a snowman makeover shopping montage.
They honestly didn't make all right enough film because, like, you've just had that very, very long scene where it's all like, oh, and these lapels, they complement your, yes, thank you, and your mustache, and blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. And then he asks her to dance, and it's like, and now should we do a shopping montage?
Yes.
And it's like, this film is only, like, the froth. There's just, like, I don't mind obviously I don't mind a frothy film, but there's actually...
Hot frothy,
but there's actually nothing hot or that frothy. I think there used to be 7 or 8 lengthy sex scenes that got cut, and now they had to, and so they had sort of add a load of shopping montages and like sort of chaste keyboard comedy.
They paid for the song Pretty Woman for this, which can't be cheap.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't bother to check, but I feel like this might be a shot-for-shot recreation of the shopping montage from Pretty Woman.
Oh, do you reckon?
It's got the bit where she snaps
It's been a while.
the cufflink. She snaps the cufflink box closed on his hands, and he kind of giggles like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. But it wouldn't surprise me if this is a shot-for-shot recreation.
Got it up on YouTube. I don't know. I'm having a hard time verifying it, to be honest, because as I watch this scene of Pretty Woman, there's all sorts of things like dialogue.
And like good characters and stuff.
Well, I can tell you there's none of that in Hot Frosty. So they pick some clothes. She buys him some snowman cufflinks.
Yeah.
And we cut to back home. He's getting ready. He's like wearing a sort of tuxedo. He looks $1 million for this, again, this sort of like party for little children.
It's going to be like a little buffet table with a bowl of crisps and some party rings.
He's not going to be able to wear this tux in the bounce house. So Kathy walks in wearing a red dress that, again, is like not right for a school dance. Wow, says Jack. They're just insanely overdressed.
Yeah.
Also, Hot Frosty is going to this school dance because he's a chaperone, right? Which, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're an adult chaperone going to a school dance, can you just bring a +1?
Bring a date?
You'd hope...
just graze at the crisp bowl.
You'd
all
hope
night.
the attendance would be
Those are for
quite
the kids.
tightly controlled at an event like this, wouldn't you? Rather than just sort of like, oh, yeah, hey, here's that sort of drifter with amnesia with no social
that
security.
insane drifter who's wanted by the police. He's my +1.
We'll just call him Jack anyway, but he can chaperone a kid, right? And he can obviously bring some other sort of...
Yeah,
he can just
if it
bring
helps, he has
whoever
the mind of a child. She ties his bow tie for him sensually, because she knows how to do that.
And before leaving, Hot Frosty surprises Kathy with a gift. It's the Tesseract from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's a pretty good gift, to be fair.
He pops open a little sort of jewellery box. It's a snowflake necklace, but it glows blue. And when he opens it, it makes a shimmering alien energy sound, like...
Yeah. He says, it's a snowflake because I'm a snowman. He also reveals he bought it with her money, so if she wants him to return it, it was very expensive.
She manages to do the most dog job of putting on this necklace. It's like way off to the left. She sucks so bad at putting on necklaces, apparently, which gives him good reason to place his hands upon her décolletage.
Her heart freezes in her chest.
In a way that obviously should be sexy, but for all the reasons we've covered, this film and this character is deeply unsexy, I think. At the dance...
He says, my condition has left me cold to your pleas or mercy.
At the dance, Hot Frosty meets the principal and the principal's daughter. He does a complex handshake with the daughter. And the principal's like, I have no questions about how this relationship...
about this relationship. Yeah. There are 34 people at the dance.
So hang on. 2 is what percent of 34?
That's about 16, 17%.
They're like, they are, 6% of this are like adults on a date. So he, So the daughter is like, hey, are you ready for tonight? And he's like, yes. And Kathy's like, what's that all about?
Yeah. There is a snowman ice sculpture. Remind you of anyone you know, says Jack, pointing at it. A man comes up and says that Jack is a godsend and the kids all love him. And then Jack goes off to rub ice all over his face and hot body.
Yeah, I bet the headmaster is loving this free labour. Like, again, taking advantage of his child mind. Just be like, hey, will you work all day at the school, sort of performing manual labour and like difficult repairs and putting up decorations and stuff? And he's like,
and taking your shirt off.
Yay, I will. I just want to help people. What is money?
And he's like, great, love it.
Oh, a shiny button. Hooray.
The boy from earlier who asked the girl out comes up to Jack, and Jack says he's nervous as he bought a date. Nice, says the little boy. Which one? The adult, says Jack, helpfully.
Helpfully, and dare I say, necessarily for this film.
Necessarily for this. Which of these children is your date, adult man?
Again.
Oh, no.
It's not a gag. There are jokes in this film and they're funny, but this isn't one of them.
Yeah.
He says, that one over there, the adult, and he says it in his sort of like, he just says it like it's normal. This is like two films smashed together. You've got the sort of like wacky kind of comedy stylings of the two cop characters, but then whenever it's Kathy and Hot Frosty, it is just Hallmark, straight down the line, no risks. Yeah. You've seen it a million times, like you know. And this is just one of those scenes. They're like, there's nothing knowing, there's nothing sort of fun, there's no wink to the camera. This isn't like the Vanessa Hudgens sort of where they all, you know, swap. Actually, like, that's what this one should have been more like tonally. You know what? It doesn't matter. We can't fix Hot Frosty.
The kid wants to dance with his date, and Hot Frosty says, "Oh, I just learned to dance. Bring your date onto the dance floor. We'll dance together, and you can see what I'm doing and copy me." So they go onto the dance floor and they start dancing.
They do that. It's like a kind of slow dance. You can hold me closer if you want, says Kathy.
Yeah.
I don't want to melt. You're giving off a lot of heat right now, says Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you in danger, Kathy says breathily in a way that suggests putting him in danger is all she can think about.
It's worth the risk, says Frosty.
This is not
He leans in
hot.
This
is not hot.
Their faces are an inch away from each other. What's 9/11? He says. He doesn't say that.
It's like they're at a children's party.
Can you imagine doing a worse job at chaperoning than like bringing a date and then just like getting off with them in the middle of all the children?
Well, luckily, nothing like that is happening because this really is just like, it's like, you know, like sort of like kid dancing on their parents' shoes at a wedding. That is closer to the energy that this scene is giving off than like a sort of traditional kind of first date thing. It's like, because he has the mind of a child. It's so bad. It's not good. I don't know.
Yeah, this is interrupted by like the kids all start doing a choreographed dance routine that possibly Hot Frosty has taught them.
Yeah, Hot Frosty organised a flash mob like it's 2003 and they all start... Yeah. But like a flash mob for no one because they're all doing it. So it's not like...
Yeah,
it's not
all 34 people at the dance are doing it.
Yeah, to an audience of 0 people. As the kids dance, however, it becomes clear that Hot Frosty is having some kind of cardiac episode. He's sort of panting and sweating and his breaths are becoming laboured. Kathy catches sight of the melting snowman ice sculpture and realises that Jack is moments from heat death.
Yeah.
She drags him off the dance floor. He's sopping wet and it's not sexy.
Yeah, he's visibly leaking.
Yeah, he's visibly leaking. It's not sexy. I've written, this melting thing is not working. Like,
let's rewrite this whole thing. Outside, Hot Frosty cools down. He's having a great night. Kathy is cold, so he rubs her to try and warm her up, but he is minus 30 degrees, so he makes it worse.
Yeah. They go to kiss, but Hot Frosty pulls away.
Yeah. He says, "Let's get you inside," which I think, are those words in the wrong order in the script? Should it say "let's get"?
In the original draft, they were in a different order. Before Netflix was out.
Kathy's confused as to why Jack doesn't want to carry on with the kiss, but Jack explains.
Because you know the pain of being left behind. And the more I fall in love with you, the more I know I could never hurt you like that. Sorry, I said love. It just slipped out.
It's okay. No, for someone who has no relationship experience, you're one heck of a romantic.
I thought you weren't a hugger.
I can't accept it.
Oh no, Hot Frosty is dying, just like Mentok.
Just like Mentok the mind taker.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess he's dying, sort of. He's like, I don't know.
Well, he could die at any point.
Yeah, so could we all.
Like he could accidentally walk past a hand dryer in a toilet. Could just like blow away his right arm. You never know.
The next day, Sheriff Hunter is pacing the streets. He passes an ATM and realizes that it has a security camera on it, and it's facing bags and slop and crap.
Old he closed the
crappy store
found.
for Mel and Theo. And he realizes that this way he can catch the streaker.
Yeah. At the diner, Jack is working to make nog. He wants to take it out to serve to people, even though it's warm in the diner, because a party's happening.
Yeah.
Kathy gives a big speech. It's the big town Xmas Eve gathering, but it's interrupted by Sheriff Hunter, who enters from the bathroom where he has apparently been waiting for upwards of an hour.
Yeah. Fine. They all laugh at him because he's wearing his sunglasses indoors.
Yeah.
And then in a slightly tonally odd moment, he then starts yelling at people and talking about the murder rate in town. And again, like everything up to this prior has been like these cops are sort of comic relief, but then they sort of roll their eyes at him and he actually sort of goes off and gets quite threatening.
He gets quite angry about it and talks about how no one in town respects him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, I've got footage of you naked in the streets, amigo. And then all the women in the cafe lean in to see this footage of his Magnum snow dong.
Yeah, exactly.
So Hot Frosty is led away in cuffs. Everyone protests except Hot Frosty, who says, I broke the law and I have to accept the consequences.
Yeah.
Very, very, very sexy.
Yeah,
I mean, we all have a bad boy, don't we? I broke the law and I have to accept the consequences.
You should go to prison.
You should put me in jail because I was naughty.
The crimes I did.
We have to hear this. This is the best scene.
Okay,
this is the best bit of the film. He's different from us, Nate, yells Meg, and the doctor, remember the doctor, joins the chorus.
He's a snowman that magically came to life. Remember that muscular snowman from the Snow Sculpture Festival?
I thought he looked familiar. Explains why he's so comfortable without a shirt on.
So, you just buy that he's a snowman? It's Christmas.
A man that sweet's just gotta be magic, don't you think?
There's like a gas leak in this town for sure.
I've written at the end of this speech, Kathy looks harrowed, like she's realizing she died at the same time as her husband.
She's realizing that she spent the whole film inside Mentok's mind palace.
She was his last taken mind.
Yeah.
And now she's trapped.
She was getting too close to killing him for real, so he imprisoned her in a reality where she'd achieved it.
It's a reverse WandaVision.
Yeah. Okay, so we cut to the jailhouse. Hot Frosty is pleading with the sheriff to open a window.
Or turn the temperature down.
In another sort of like weirdly unsexy moment, Hot Frosty can't be fingerprinted because his fingers are too like wet with slush.
Too covered in slime. Whoa, ladies.
What is going on? We all love a man with cold, wet fingers.
A man covered in freezing slime. It's whoa, steady on.
Don't get me wrong. I don't know how I would make a snowman who came to life sexy, but I wouldn't try.
I wouldn't cover him in freezing slime, probably. It's not where I'd start.
No. How would... Okay.
Oh, God.
How would... Let's... It's time for us to get off our high horses and turn our all-seeing eyes inward.
Sure.
Okay, you've got to make Hot Frosty. It's got to be about a snowman who comes to life and it's hot.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you do? What is he? What conceptually is he? What does he look like? What's the deal?
It's the same as in this film. He looks like this. He doesn't sweat all the time.
Okay.
But if you try and have sex with him, he starts to melt then because of like the body heat and stuff. So the whole peril of the movie is you trying to find a way to have sex with Hot Frosty.
Oh, that's good.
Somewhere cold enough.
But then it's like forbidden. It's like we mustn't give in to our carnal urges. It would be the end of you. And he's like, I don't care. He's
like, what if we went to like the coldest place on earth?
Yeah.
And did it there.
He's like a praying mantis. He's like, if this ends with my head being eaten, it's worth it because you're so irresistible, Kathy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But then there's some kind of like super cold chamber at the university where they do sub-zero experiments.
Sub-zero sex experiments.
Sub-zero sex experiments. And they have to break into the university, and there's a crusty old dean who doesn't want people having sex with sexual snowmen. It's ruining all the results of his science experiments.
Okay. I mean, it's certainly more plot than they bothered with in Hot Frosty. Is it better? I don't know.
It's good.
What I would say, like, yeah, that could be sexy. You can't have sex with him because he would melt if you did.
Yeah.
If you embraced him too close. Not like he sort of starts emitting flu sweat every time he's in a sort of room temperature. Yeah.
I think that, well, the first change I would make is that he has the mind of an adult and understands what sex is.
Yeah, and I would make him
would like to do it.
Picture a snowman, like with the corncob pipe and the hat and the scarf. I think I would make the snowman a sort of like maybe like 10 years older. Like actually most of the love interests are in these like Hallmark Christmas movies, like a slightly more like kind of grizzled, like a big plaid jacket, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think this actor is pushing 40.
Right. Okay. Well then, yeah. But the playing very young,
no,
right?
You're right.
In every respect.
This actor usually has a beard, and they've got him clean shaven in this, which
doesn't. Yeah. I feel like
help.
There should be more of a sort of.
He could be more rugged for sure.
Yeah, like a kind of it's like a more sort of more because that's what a snowman is, right? Like a snowman is like wise, smiling, comfortable outdoors, and that can be sexy. There's like the snowman should build a cabin, build a sexual cabin.
Sure.
Of like, hey, I've always wanted to own land out here in the wilds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like the snowman he can't stay here because spring will arrive, so he has to keep traveling north.
Oh, yeah. And come with me.
Follow the winter.
Follow the winter. That's the tagline of our good Hot Frosty.
Oh, man. And then they finally they get to the North Pole, and they're like, finally, it's cold enough for us to make love.
Chase.
But then Santa comes out, and he's like, hey, this is where I live.
This is where I make love.
And we're like, yeah, that's why we came here, Santa. And then they all take their clothes off.
Oh, Netflix. Pick up the phone, you cowards.
Get in touch.
Okay. So Sheriff Hunter begins his interrogation of Hot Frosty. Hot Frosty is begging for cold. He's like sort of dying and choking.
Yeah.
I think this is where he says he's like struggling to breathe, I think.
Yeah. Kathy marches in and demands to know how much bail is. $2,000, says Sheriff Hunter. He's got no fingerprints, no name, no wallet. He's probably a sleeper agent. I'm going home and you can bail him out on the 26th. And she's like, no, he'll be dead by then. Jack is all slumping in the cell. He's like, he's leaking profusely.
Yeah. He's dying, shouts Kathy, but Sheriff Hunter is unmoved.
Yeah. Kathy, in case I don't make it through this, I need you to... No! Save it, Hot Frosty. I'll be right back, she says, and runs out.
He's melting.
She leaves to fetch ice or bail. It's not clear.
Yeah, so Kathy runs back to the cafe, gets hold of a cash safe, which oddly is on top of a shelf behind the bar where everyone can see it. It's like it's like where you would put your sort of big mouth Billy Bass in or something.
She grabs it on the wall.
She grabs a fat wad of cash out from the middle of it, but it's not enough. Suddenly, Deputy Schatz is here. He won't make it until the 26th, Kathy pleads with him. He's made of snow, explains the doctor, who will have studied medicine for around 12 years. Kathy says that she needs Schatz to help get this indecent exposer out of jail, even though he's admitted he did it.
Yep.
And they go to the jail and they thrust cash in Sheriff Hunter's face, but he's still unmoved. It's still not enough money.
They don't have enough money. But then suddenly... the whole town marches on the sheriff's station. Magical music plays.
Yay.
Everyone in town is there.
Did you think that, like, I know that magical music is playing, but the visual of, like, a whole town showing up to demand, like, someone is taken out of jail. Like, normally when you're seeing this in a movie, it's a sort of, like...
It's so they can be extrajudicially killed.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
We're gonna kill this snowman ourselves.
But anyway, here the vibes are just fine.
Yeah.
Sheriff Hunter says that he can't do anything. His hands are tied. He cannot free a suspect without bail.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, the whole town, who have all been moved and aroused in equal measure.
They've all been touched by this snowman, not like that.
Touched by Hot Frosty. They reach into their pockets and collectively they drum up the cash required to free
Isn't
this
It's
hero.
a Wonderful Life kind of thing. I don't have your money. It's in Bill's house.
Yeah. And they free this man who they only know has the mind of a child, loves working in the school, and there is photo evidence of him spinning naked down the high street.
How did so many people decide to waste Christmas on a guy who just got here less than 2 weeks ago, says the sheriff. Because ever since he got here, he's been working to make our lives better.
Vague.
A man is defined by his actions, Sheriff. Here's an opportunity for you to be defined by yours, says Kathy.
And they're also like $10 short at the end, but then Matthew, the date boy, who it turns out is Sheriff Hunter's son, comes forth with the last 10.
Kicks in the last 10
that they need. And Sheriff Hunter has to relent. This movie would have made more sense, and also, dare I say it, have been a bit sexier if it got a bit like Frankenstein at the end, and like he was run out of town on the rail by like an angry mob who are scared of like snowman come to life.
Yeah. And that's why he has to keep chasing the winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's always getting run out. It's like the Incredible Hulk.
It'd be nice if someone would get railed, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Run out of town while being railed.
Yeah. Chase the winter. Oh, that's good.
Give everybody their money back, says the sheriff. I'll let him go. Everyone cheers. They run inside. Jack is sitting in a puddle of his own fluids. We've got to get him out into the snow. He's dripping real bad. He's carried out. Oh, Jack, says Kathy. He is laying Christ-like on the snow. Everybody stand back. You're a doctor. Do something, says Kathy to the doctor. You can't defibrillate a snowman, she says.
Doctor?
I think... Doctor, why can't you pronounce defibrillate?
Yeah. Also, do you definitely want to commit to this man being a real snowman to the point where you won't try and bring him back to life?
You won't try. Yes. I'm sorry, none of our human medicine will work on this snowman. I
know, but what you could do is try, and maybe you were wrong about him being a snowman. There's no downside.
Doctor, I think my leg is broken. Oh, don't be silly. Talking hot dogs don't have legs. This doctor needs to be struck off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I didn't believe, says Sheriff Hunter, who is now 100% on board with the sentient sexual snowman theory.
Yeah. So Kathy goes to his side. I'm falling in love with you, she tells him. I don't care how long it lasts, how fleeting it is. I just want to make the most of it while you're here. But he's non-responsive. Kathy, he's gone, says the doctor, who hasn't even touched him.
Yeah. The doctor, who's about 20 feet away from him, is like,
gone,
he's dead. He's dead, probably.
He's dead, probably. I'll get the drinks in. So Kathy bends down to start Frenching the corpse and lifts his head to take her scarf back, which is weird. Like, no sense leaving this on the body.
Everyone in town cries. They all wander off and leave the corpse in a snowbank. Now, at this point, did you think it would have been a brilliant ending to this movie?
Yeah.
If they turned around and Hot Frosty had gone, and also the hat with all the money in it. This was all an unbelievable long con.
The camera spins 90 degrees horizontally, and you can just see him sort of sprinting around a corner.
Sprinting off down the street with his $2,000.
The con worked like a charm.
The old sexual snowman routine works every time.
Him and Sheriff Hunter in on it together. But no, instead what happens is she's led away by the doctor, who says, let's go, honey, let Sheriff Hunter take care of this corpse on the floor. But as she walks away, there is a twinkling sound, and Kathy, says Hot Frosty, and he's looking at her with love, and everyone is like, "Aww," and they run into each other's arms.
Yeah.
I thought you were dead, she says, and then the lovemaking can commence in anger.
I thought you were dead.
No, I'm not. I feel kind of funny.
Did you just shiver?
I don't know what's going on. It's like my skin's numb, but it also kind of hurts. Like I'm...
Here. You're cold. You're cold.
He's cold.
He's cold. He's cold. I'm cold.
Shut up, Mortimer.
I think it means I'm real, stammers Hot Frosty, and Kathy slams her mouth onto his. They kiss and hug.
Everyone cheers at this kissing. They're all looking and watching and cheering. Sheriff Hunter's son hugs him. Coldplay starts playing.
Yeah, which incidentally is what Jack calls lovemaking.
Or the start of Snowman lovemaking.
The start of Snowman lovemaking, yeah. We cut to Christmas morning. Hot Frosty has bought Kathy a book on home repair, which is quite savage. There's a card, and inside the card...
I'm not doing this anymore.
There's a message that says, I figured out who your second true love should be, ... It's you, love Jack.
Mm-hmm.
We see them working together to fix the heating. Jack sighs with pleasure as hot air floods the house.
Yeah, Kathy gives him a gift. It's a ticket to Hawaii. For both of us together, says Jack. Merry Christmas, Jack, she says. We see them loading up the car, wearing leis. They drive off. I've written, don't put that scarf on any other snowmen. They leave, and then the film ends, I guess.
Yeah, over the credits, there's the cops doing a song in the street, and there's like bloopers, because it's that kind of, it's that one of like, oh, we had such a good time on set, and you just know that every like sound person is just like, just
wrap it up.
Just wrap it up.
The snow machine is blowing throughout this entire thing. They probably got through about $700 or $800 worth of fake snow for this little sequence.
What I would say is 90% of the bloopers seem to involve the Doctor.
Yeah, she's not great, is she? She's just like ruins every scene.
Flailing around.
She didn't know she was in a movie. Yeah. She's just the Doctor in the town they shot in.
Yeah. And that's it. I don't want to talk about Hot Frosty anymore. I just want to continue workshopping our Hot Frosty, but it's good. How about this? Okay, so like the basic premise is the snowman comes to life.
Yeah. And
the sort of general arc is that Hot Frosty slowly comes to realise that, like a sort of, in a kind of vampire-y post-transformation kind of way, he doesn't feel like humans are his people anymore, and he doesn't want to live among them. So increasingly, he's like pursuing his desire to go up into the wilderness, the snowy wilderness, and build a sexy log cabin with like throw rugs and stuff, and a big roaring fireplace for lovemaking. And Kathy is like, oh no, but like I can't follow you. Maybe she's got like horrible friends. She's in like in a sort of like toxic group of friends, and they're like, oh, your new boyfriend is weird. We don't like him. And so the sort of general arc is her like learning to abandon her career and go and live in his sexual thrall in a sort of permafrost love cabin.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, you could go down the go down the route of the 1998 movie Jack Frost, or the 1997 slasher movie Jack Frost.
Sure.
In which a dead person's consciousness is transferred into a snowman.
Yeah, and it's a sort of unfinished business.
So one of them is Michael Keaton, and it's all nice about his family. The other one, it's a sort of slasher movie, and he just goes around killing people. He's like an executed serial killer who gets exposed to a genetic research truck that crashes into some snow and makes him a snowman.
Say no more. Cool.
Yeah. But he sort of goes around and kills people and like...
Yeah.
I
don't know. I just wish this movie was a bit more of like anything. When you see it, we got so many emails from, because people were like, and when this lands on your Netflix dashboard and it's like, here is a romantic comedy about a hot snowman who comes to life.
Sentient sexual snowman.
And he's shredded like Billy-O. And you're like, okay, this I gotta see. And then you watch it and it's like, what's cancer? It's like, what?
Yes.
The hell?
Yeah.
I just would sort of be like
it's definitely going to get a sequel, I bet.
I thought this would be like a lightly fantastical Sex and the City kind of thing.
This did so well.
Yeah.
For Netflix. It's going to get a sequel.
Yeah.
So maybe the sequel will be a raunchy sex comedy. You never know.
Maybe. Hotter Frosty.
Let's circle back around. Do you think Hot Frosty is a good name for this movie?
Is a Hot Frosty a thing? Like, is it...
I mean, it sounds like if you went on Urban Dictionary, it would be a thing.
I know, but like, is it like a sort of... Is this a sort of British thing, like we don't know, but in America, like, oh, it's like a s'more or something, like, I gotta order a Hot Frosty.
Like a hostess cake.
Yeah, but like, obviously now I can't Google it because of Hot Frosty meaning. Yeah. Okay, I mean, obviously, yes, there is an Urban Dictionary entry that's coming up, like, front and centre.
Some kind of appalling sex
61 thoughts I had watching Hot Frosty on Netflix, on Vogue.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to know how IGN scored Hot Frosty?
Oh, I'd love to.
What do you think they gave it out of 10?
10. Straight 10.
6.
Ah.
Frothy, self-aware, and straining for laughs, Hot Frosty is a cup of whipped cream with no hot chocolate. I agree with that. That's a pretty.
I think hot Frosty.
It's not good.
I don't know. It's not great to say.
Hot Frosty.
It just feels bad in the mouth. Yeah, Hot Frosty.
Frost Hottie is better.
Yeah, frosted hotties.
Frosted hotties.
No, that's worse. Okay, well, I don't think it's a great name. I think there are all kinds of snowman sex puns they could have.
Snowplowed.
Yeah,
just call it snowplowed.
But that would have required him to plow her at any point,
or
her to plow him.
Or he could have opened a snow plowing business, and it could have been, that's why it's called that.
Sure.
I don't know, Andy. I want to read you an email.
Oh, please do.
Andy, this one comes via Frankie. Frankie, thank you so much for sending us this Michael Eisner treasure. Andy and Luke, I know this has nothing to do with decoms and thus out of your usual sphere, but this popped up on my Tumblr dashboard, and since it's dunking on Eisner, I figured you might be interested. The link is below. If nothing else, watching it will absolutely confirm that your theory of Eisner having all his ideas in a crashing lift is 100% accurate. Okay, so Andy... Well, first let me say thank you, Frankie, because I learned a brilliant bit of Eisner trivia today, and I'm about to share it with Andy live on the podcast. So, Andy, you're aware that they made a follow-up to Fantasia, right? Fantasia 2000?
Fantasia 2000, I'm aware,
cool.
Yeah.
So Eisner was trying to get this follow-up to Fantasia off the ground for, most of a decade, it seems.
Okay.
And what has surfaced online is an early... work print, just sort of blocking very, very sort of rough animation, sort of working up the concept of Fantasia 2 from 1992, I think it's dated. And it's something that apparently Michael Eisner was extremely keen on, and it was Eisner's idea. It is a sequence set to Elgar's Pomp and Circumstance, which you might know as the graduation music. Da, 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 da. Okay, right. So, this is a sequence set to that, and it features all of the Disney princesses in a kind of graduation ceremony. Are you on board with the concept thus far?
Sure. Graduating from their movies?
I don't know. It's kind of conceptual.
Okay,
right.
Fine.
Now I want you to press play from about 3 minutes 55 into this video.
Okay.
And I just want you to describe live to the audience sort of what you're seeing, what you're hearing.
Okay.
We're kind of most of the way into this ceremony of princesses.
Okay, fine. Right, so there's a bridge. Princes and princesses are walking across the bridge towards a sort of clock tower. Donald Duck is in a pumpkin. He looks like he's just had sex with it. Some birds fly overhead. Oh, they're storks. They're carrying bundles. They're carrying babies, presumably. They're all flying in. Donald Duck is running around catching bird shit. It looks like on a pillow. Not sure what that's about. Donald Duck is still running around. It's not clear what he's doing or why he's here. They're little crowns. They're little crowns on a pillow. He's tripped. He's got his hand stuck in a stalk. Okay, and now he's landed a king and queen with the little crowns, and he's all beaten up, and he's offering them to the king and queen. And then he looks at the princes and princesses. They're all being given a baby each. Doesn't seem to be any sort of... They're just randomly taking a baby from the... What? There's Eric and Ariel has got a baby there. Snow White has got a baby. Prince Charming isn't there, presumably. He saw what was happening and left. All the babies are being crowned.
Yeah.
Donald is placing crowns on all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So...
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So basically, Eisner's concept for this was we would do a sort of graduation bit to Pomp and Circumstance, and at the end, all of the princesses would be given a baby. They would be
wow, the comment.
They'd be given their
comments
own
on this
children.
Video.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The comments on this video are all loving it.
So generally, I think it's widely agreed that this was a disastrous idea, and thank God it never happened. Because it's weird to have all the Disney princesses just be at a graduation ceremony, and at the end of the graduation ceremony, they're all like they graduate by getting a baby, like having a baby that is theirs.
Wow.
But if you read these YouTube comments, they're all like, wow, this is so beautiful.
This was the greatest idea.
This is the greatest concept. I think they're all Eisner.
Bernard Richards 9247 says, I'm not crying, you're crying. Obsessed with this. So Bernard is obsessed with this.
It's like if you want to see Ariel and Snow White and Aurora and Cinderella all being presented with, and Jasmine, like all being presented with human babies at the same time.
Yeah. And apparently
like
in no sort of assigned order, they're just like, hey, just reach in and grab a baby.
Yeah.
Just grab one of them.
Anyway, so that's nuts. That was what Michael Eisner thought would be a good bit of Fantasia. If you want to see that for yourself, just Google Fantasia 2000 Disney Princess Pomp and Circumstance deleted scene, and you can watch it on YouTube. Absolutely wild.
Good job, Eisner.
Yeah, sorry that took some explaining, and thank you so much, Frankie, for sharing that with us. What great treasure you have laid at our doorstep. Okay. Andy, I know what film we're doing next because it's our Christmas live show. And if you're listening to this,
that's right.
There's a chance that you can still get a ticket.
Yeah.
Go to tinyurl.com/MCC handcuffs and snap one up ASAP.
Not many tickets remain, but it is not allocated seating. So you could still get a great seat.
Yeah.
To see our Holiday in Handcuffs live show on the 16th of December at the Islington Assembly Halls. It's a Melissa Joan Hart TV movie from the year 2006. I will now read the description from IMDb. A struggling artist working as a waitress kidnaps one of her customers to take home to meet her parents at Christmas time.
I cannot begin to describe how excited I am to recap this on stage, like share clips from it on stage and just sort of laugh along with a huge number of cranking little big bees.
Yeah. So if you do want to come for a bit of festive cheer, nice night out the week before Christmas, go to tinyurl.com/MCC handcuffs to get your tickets. Some are still available.
Yep, so that'll be the next episode of the podcast. We will have better microphone technology than we ended up with.
The Halloween Town High one, so don't even worry about it. You can enjoy it on Christmas, people who can't attend in person.
Some people are like, hey, I don't think the microphones are very good at that Halloween Town one. And I'm like, man, you have no... Like, every time I think about it, all I can feel is relief that we had, like, a backup recording going.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that I was like, I was like, oh, this is unnecessary. I've never, ever ended up using a backup record. And then, oh, my gosh. So, yeah, it doesn't sound amazing.
That would have been lost to time forever if we hadn't had that. So, a reminder that we also have a Patreon where we do bonus episodes of the show. If you go to patreon.com/extra helpings, you can listen to episodes in the off weeks from this podcast of us recapping the Disney Channel original TV series So Weird, which is like X-Files for kids. We've just wrapped up season 2 and we're moving into season 3, which is the wildest season of the show by far. So it's a great time to jump on board, and there's a big backlog as well. Loads of podcast content to keep you going into the new year.
If you want more Mum Can't Cook, there is dozens of hours of bingeable podcast waiting for you there. It is, I deeply, deeply love all those episodes. I'm so proud of them. Okay. What else? Oh,
well, I mean, that killed some time, and also the banging on the door has stopped. So I think actually we might be. Oh, it stopped because he has unlocked it. It's the door swinging open.
Okay.
He does. Why does he look good though? Why does he? He does look pretty good.
It does look good. Hang on, man. I'm just going to go.
Sort of bulbous torso.
I'm just going to go.
He's got there the 3 kind of bulbous spheres that make up his body.
I'm just going to introduce myself. I'll extend a hand in friendship. Oh, it's frozen solid. Cool. Oh, it snapped. Oh,
yeah.
Blood slush is pouring from the stump. Oh.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, you've got to use the special handling tongs. That's how it. Man, it's like you've never made love to a snowman before, Luke. You're embarrassing yourself.
It's like the concept of a living snowman isn't sexy.
What are you talking about? Look at all the fluids he's leaking.
Yeah. If you measure sexiness by amount of ounces emitted, Hot Frosty...
Fluid ounces.
Fluid ounces emitted. Then I've got to tell you, Hot Frosty is probably the sexiest player.
It's up there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, folks. We will be busy with this for a while, but we'll see you next time for Holiday in Handcuffs. Bye.
Bye.
Well, Luke, it's that time of year again here at the sentient inanimate objects being brought to life hunkily division of the North Pole, I guess, where we are going to bring a little magic into some people's lives by turning... Remember we turned that nutcracker into a sexual hunk and he got off with Melissa Joan Hart?
Yes, and our snowman project is coming along nicely, and next year's sexual Santa project is...
Sexual, of course.
Surely
it's well underway, but let's start a signing, shall we? This is always the most fun part of the year.
Yeah.
So Sarah Maddox, Freddie Moore, Danny Bowyer, Rue Kyler, and Sakari Montonen. I think a Christmas tree will come to life, and he'll have a prickly demeanour, but he'll soon warm up to you, I'm sure, and he will shed all over the carpet, I'm afraid.
A sexy Christmas tree, I love it. Well, Hannah Kirchner, Snowy Owl, Nuka Level, Shane Entei, and Vintage Alicia, I think your Christmas will be very much enhanced by bringing to life a sexual string light. That's right. I'm talking like I'm talking like a long sort of...
talking real stringy.
I'm talking a real stringy long length of electrical lighting. Yeah. It will light up all different colours. And it'll also light up your love life this holiday season.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Chris Pryor, Adam Steele, Courtney Rail, Mike Kavanagh, and Clint Hannah Lopez. Keep an eye out this year for a hunky roasted turkey turned into a man. He's wrapped in bacon and just leaking juices. When the juices run clear, you know he's ready.
Leave him to rest. Okay, well, Michael McCalker, Moist Drippings, Seish, Paul Stevens, and Prince Reynard, you can look forward to this winter season to a sexual hunk candy cane coming to life. That's right. It's going to be big, sweet, minty, and stripy as all get out. And, it's going to be... You're going to be wanting to hang this sexual candy cane on your tree this...
Keep going.
2025.
Okay, sure. Brandon Plesh, Robin Jane, Ethan Lappin, E.T. and Matthew Cowan. Look out this year for your new beau. That's right. It's a bowl of Quality Street chocolates. But a man. Avoid the purple bits.
Okay, Smash Savannah Burger Boys and Girl, Tim Craven, Will Thomas, Julian Rundlet, and Lou Zednick. This year, what's the sexy thing that's coming to life is the King's Speech. That's right. Make yourself comfortable on the sofa and tune in at 3 p.m. on Christmas Day.
While your new hunk goes on and hooking on.
About the importance of sport or something or other. In a sexy way.
Well, great news from RH, Andy Meany, Michael Saul, Business Corgi, and Rory James. You keep an eye out this year for a Target gift card who has become a man. He's sort of quite thoughtless and last minute, but it's pretty useful.
Yeah.
So pretty good shoulders on him as well.
Sort of handy to have around.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Cole Mastro, Duchess Jambo number 5, and Hef look forward to the coming to life sexily of Mr. Tinsel. Mr. Tinsel. Mr. Tinsel will wrap himself around your staircase and around your heart.
Oh, that's very nice. Look out, Nerdazoid, brackets Sean, Z-Man, Moon Activist, Sage Borealis, Alan St. George, and Kyle Bain. You will be visited this year by coming to life a reindeer who is a man, but he's horny. And let's just say his nose isn't the only thing that's bright red this Christmas.
Oh, no. You should get that scene too. Homemade Mask, Andrew Noble, Louise Brackets Lola, Danny Ward, and Clarky the Bearded Coach Driver. You can look forward to snow globes. That's right. Snow globes. Shake them up and watch them settle. Sort of.
Settle for you.
So watch them settle for you. Swirling all around.
Blake, Christoph, Ash, Angel Beat, and Autumn Holloway. It's going to be a very, very sexy Christmas for you because you will be visited by an advent calendar turned into a man.
Oh.
He'll open doors for you.
A new
Is this
surprise.
anything?
A new surprise every morning.
A new surprise every morning. Some unpleasant chocolate. It's all there.
John Sharplin, Decom Lover, Matt S, Hypermole, and Beanpole. Pine cones? You might not think you can make a pine cone sexy, but we're leaving it in the hands of Netflix. They managed it with Hot Frosty. So
sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Like a 6-foot pine cone.
With
his
really good arms.
Yeah, he's emotionally closed off, but perhaps by making your house the right temperature, you can make him sort of unfurl.
Jeez. Ryan Damer, Ruby Tuesday, Chase Baker, Crescentia Che, and Jonathan Villa. Watch out this Christmas. It's a sexual Grinch. He will rob you. But he's got an amazing set of abs on him. So he's got an amazing. He can't even fit down the chimney.
Yeah,
he's too double cheeked up.
Andy, it's not you, Andy. Different Andy. Andy, Will Poretsky, Keith Hall, Cara Dennison, and Liz L. Watch out when you walk under sexual man mistletoe. Who's this new boss at your company? He's M. Isilto, but when you meet him, he's a sort of large ivy beast. This Christmas, look forward to kissing under him. How many more of these are there?
Not many.
Okay.
Ethan Pearson, Jotham Fonclara, Morven Butterworth, Paul Stokes, and Philip Stevens. You're all high-powered executives, but a snowstorm has left you stranded in a town. And what's this that's come to life? It's a double issue of the Radio Times. So you start kissing on it and stuff.
Okay, now listen up. Listen up, Michael Olsen. Quinn is teething. Definitely definitely not Steve, who needs to sleep, and the monk. I'm gonna lay the truth on you now. The problem that I, Luke, am having is that the only remaining Christmas thing I can think of is a nativity scene. So I guess. But no, I'm sure I could do better than that. There must be some Christmas. Okay, in my mind, fellas, it's Christmas morning. What's there? A present! We haven't even done a present.
It's
just a present.
It's a sexual present.
It's a sexual present, and the gift is satisfaction. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And finally, we have Jack Fabian, Jamie Langford, Danny Capp, and Jeebus Pierce-Jones. You will, of course, have to keep an eye out this year for it's a sexual snowman, but he's just like a hunky guy, and he's covered in a sort of freezing slime. So,
oh no!
So I apologise. That is the worst one. But he does have an incredible 8-pack, so hopefully that makes up for it.
Really unwell.
Yeah, is he okay? Just check on him. He shouldn't be that blue.